Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. See what we got here. Oop, there we go. Let's notify the peeps. And let's do that. Boom. And Tickfinity, gotta do that as well. We should be all right. Let's connect it. Boom, there we are. All right, let's close that out, close that out, close that out. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see y'all. Just getting started. Scroll away if you want to. Obviously, I can't stop you. Well, let's do it. Hey, fellas, what's up, Mr. Gecko? How you doing today? How's your day? How's everything? How you doing? Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Just getting started. It's been like less than 2 minutes, so here we go. If God told me anything, I'd go right into a psychiatric hospital. I think that's the correct answer. Yeah, if you hear a voice telling you to do literally anything, probably best you get checked out, get some pills going, you know. Pretty good. Love to hear it. Why do you absolute F would I do that? Good question. I'd ask that to the Christians or Muslims or anybody who believes in a religion that wouldn't do anything that God tells them to do. You know, there's, as you're about to see over the course of the stream, if you stick around, there's plenty of people that would answer yes to it. So, we can go from there. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. Make sure to tap the screen, like the stream, send some likes on the TikTok, all that good stuff. You always do these lives so late. Yeah, I got stuff to do during the day, man. It's like on the weekdays I'm working, on the weekends I'm hanging out. Rather just spend my day doing daylight things. So yeah. I do want to do earlier streams, but I'll make enough for that. What if it was like before birth and Jesus told you, hey, this is a bad baby, man? I mean, depends on the baby, right? If it was like Hitler or something, I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? What's up, Jelly Bean fan? How you doing today? The only time I would ever do that is if my child sacrifice saved millions. Yeah, I mean, fair, fair. No God would ever ask this in a million years. Do you believe in God? And if so, do you believe He's all powerful? If so, do you believe that you have a good grasp on what God would do or wouldn't do, can do, couldn't do? Man created God. Indeed, they did. Indeed. Bible is lies. Indeed, it is. Absolutely. Yes and yes. Okay, yeah. So who's to say what God would or wouldn't do? Especially if He did it in what was it like Genesis? I forget the Abraham story, but somewhere in there, there's a fake God to Moloch. People were sacrificing kids to him. That's why God asked Isaac to do. Yeah, I'm not talking about the Bible story. I'm more so concentrated on like what are the implications of high control religion rather than like what does the Bible say. Because if we go by just the Bible, I mean, it still wouldn't do too much. But I'm not asking about Abraham, Isaac. I'm not asking about a separate story that you believe happened or not. I'm asking what would you do? You get me? Wasn't there one Bible story that says something like God? Yeah, that was Abraham and Isaac. It was it was basically like a prank. He told him to do it, test his faith, test his loyalty, even though God's all knowing, which makes no sense whatsoever. But told him to do it, and he was about to do it. Then an angel stopped him. Was like, "Nah, just joking, LOL, bro." So yeah. How would it benefit me if I did it? I don't know. God told you to do it. Would you do it? Christians can't answer one simple question. As the viewership picks up a little bit, if it picks up a little bit, I mean, you're going to see some answers for sure. God would never tell me something like that. That's the nutcase religious stuff. I think religious stuff, by maybe definition, is nutcase stuff. But let's say you believe in a God and you think that that God can do anything. Would you do it if He told you to do such a thing? No, I would not. Hell yeah. If God asked this to someone, they have religious psychosis. I agree. I don't believe God's real personally. Yeah, I remember you, Asher. Unfortunately, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. How do you feel about Islam? Not for me. It's not for me. Uh, replaces one book with horrible moral implications with another one with horrible moral implications. So yes, it's not for me. Hell no. W answers. W answers. Love the no's. The no's are sincerely appreciated. That's not the God I've been praying to. I mean, you ask me personally, I don't think you've been praying to any God, but I mean, that's just me being cheeky. But if you believe in a God that's all powerful and that can ask you anything he wants to, would you do it if he asked you to do such a thing? Yes or no? What do you talk about if you're not interested in hearing answers? Who says I'm not interested in hearing answers? Who said that? You don't believe in God? And hell no. W answer. Love to hear it. Why would he tell me to do it? I don't know. He's God. He told people to do it throughout the Bible, right? In 1 Samuel 15:3, he commanded what was it, Saul to slaughter the Amalekite children. So who's to say that asking one of his followers to do that would be so far fetched? I def wouldn't know. I'd rather go through eternal hell if it meant my kid would be safe. W dad or mom or parent. That's the good answer. Debate link, bro. I mean, just saying the word debate link isn't gonna help you. How you doing tonight? I'm doing. How you doing, Asher? I refer to a cartoon of Hitchens protecting his kids from a deity saying, "Fuck no, who are you?" W. Let me up. I'll let up guess at like I don't know, a couple thousand likes. I mean, you know. Also, who somebody follow? Did I miss a follow? I think I missed a follow. Whoever it was, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bean. Oh, wait, no, not Beans. That wasn't Beans. Beans liked. Appreciate the likes, but yeah. Horrible question. Is it really though? Is it really? Sup, Hugh? Good to be back. Sup, man? Good to see you back. How you doing today? Blocking this. I don't want this on my FYP. Here's your attention as you were looking for. Let's see what we got here. Shit. What was I looking up? I was looking up something. I can't remember. Why would he do that? I hate to break this to you, but this is a hypothetical. Exactly. Like I'm trying to gauge. I'm trying to gauge the implications of high control religion. I'm not trying to ask you to defer to a Bible story. I'm not asking for a non-answer. I'm asking a very direct question. I'd expect a very direct answer. Block me or provide link. What the hell kind of narcissist are you? Hey man, I'm gonna scroll into your stream and tell you to block me if you don't want to debate me. Like what? Who cares? Happy Easter. Hey, happy human sacrifice day. How you doing, man? Uh by the way, you don't have to say my okay, okay, got you. If God told me told me this, I would not ever. Hell yeah. W fat monkey butt cheeks 905. Love to hear it. I'm thinking with going for the first option if I were you. He's not even worth the clicks, honestly. For me to block him, I'd have to click over to my other tab and then like click the block button. It's just like what's the point? Asher, thank you for the follow, and Haven Mason, thank you for the follow. What do you think the pilots that dropped the atomic bombs replied to their orders? Is that a yes? Is that a no? Is that I mean like are we just pivoting or we're just trying to pivot here? God is a tool used by governments to control the people. I agree, absolutely, 100%. The oldest and coolest brother, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. And Fat Monkey Butt Cheeks, thank you for the follow. No, because you're not a Christian. Fair enough. But if you are a Christian in the chat, or if you're like, if you believe in a God at all, would you do this if God told you to? You don't need God to tell you to do that. It's crazy. I'm gonna put you on the FBI calls list. All right, we got our. I know that was a joke, but it's a little dry right now. We need our CPS calls coming in. The hell is this? Oh, my alerts. Lock that. Sophie, thank you for the follow. This cross username says most definitely, so that's two on the CPS calls list. 1 second. We got our first two. Love to see it. Yes, he's God's child. Make that 3. My bad. There we go. If it's I know it's good, yeah. Your name's Fear God Only, so I don't know what the fuck you said, but I'll assume it was a yes. So there's 4. Just call CPS on me, bro. Nah, I'm good. Let me up. I'll let up guess in a few thousand likes. I don't know, like 10K or something. Why is there so many saying yes? It's gonna this one always kind of demoralizes me a little bit, but I feel like it's worth talking about for sure. Yo, Houston's Easter's coming up. Have you tried the pagan traditions of Easter? I have not tried the pagan traditions. If eating Cadbury cream eggs is pagan, then I've tried that for sure. But that's about it. Honest question: what would you do in this situation? I would spit in God's face, because why are you asking me to do that? And I'd have moral justification for doing so, because He created me with the morality to say "fuck you." You know. Do you even believe in God? I did not believe in God. No, but for the 60% of the people in my country that do, we gotta talk about this. We gotta put this on the line here. What if you knew there was God for sure? I'd still spit in his face if he had one. I'd not kill my child, because what is that gonna do for me? Fair. What is the point here? To show the implications of high control religion. That's what the point of this is. If I knew it was God, yes. Okay, well, you could add it to the CPS calls list. Appreciate the honesty though. And the likes. Oh man, my YouTube stream looks something's odd about it. Anyway, you are number 5, so let's put in a 5, apply, and boom. Make that 6, my bad. What if it was just any child? That's crazy. I said your child, like yours, not anybody else's. Pay stay high. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Shoot, I gotta label this or something. Wait 1 second. We got a 6. Gotta add the 6th one. I also gotta add these to add these over on YouTube too. All right, 6. Boom. There we go. You have a great nighttime DJ voice. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's the GERD. It's the GERD. I have a gastroesophageal reflux disease, so you know, I like to throw up a lot of my food randomly just for no reason. All right, let me go and get this dude out of here real quick. Appreciate you stopping by, but we don't do that here. We don't just go ahead spam debate link over and over. That's not what we do. I'm not giving you an audience, so let me go and get you on out of here real quick. See here. Where are you? Twitch. Yeah, that's fun. Skadoosh. Take care. Have a good rest of your life. Appreciate you stopping by, but yeah, we don't do that. You do not need 10,000 likes? Of course I do. I love 10,000 likes. You don't like 10,000 likes? What's up, Imagine Losing? How you doing today? How could God even prove he's God? A sufficiently advanced alien would appear to be God. Yeah, fair enough, right? I think like a God that created the universe or that has like the capability of doing so would be unfalsifiable anyway. So I think if you hear a voice or see somebody claiming to be God, you should probably question it no matter what. God doesn't make anybody sin. Tell that to Saul in 1 Samuel 15:3. God won't tell you to do that, but if he did, you would have to do it, for he is Lord and he comes first. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put you on the CPS calls list real quick. God doesn't speak to us, let alone tell us to do things. People who claim that are sick. I agree, but for probably different reasons than Christians think. All right, there we go. All right, Tyler, let me go ahead and I see your yes. I'm going to go ahead and get you on out of here. Skadoosh. Enough spamming. Enough of that. What's the CPS counter? The number of calls I'm gonna make to Child Protective Services. That's what the CPS calls is. I could really use a mule and 40 acres of land right now. Me too. Not gonna lie to you. Even if God told me to being able to even imagine your child and hurting them is just wild. Yeah, I agree. I think if you can even put yourself in those shoes, you should probably give up your kids. God wouldn't say that if it did. If did it wasn't God, it was the devil, and you were mistaken. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking if God told you to do this thing, would you do it? Yes or no? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. But like giving a half answer is I might as well just count that as a CPS call too. Alfredo, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube and that blank emoji, blank face emoji. Thank you for the follow. Why aren't you monetized? I need you need 500 subscribers to be monetized. I got like 300. I'm on my way with watch hours, but I mean I'm low on those too, but that won't be an issue by the time I get to 500. It's just those pesky subscribers, you know. It's his plan. Oof. Well, go add you to the CPS calls real quick. That's 9 so far. Oof. The military conjecture thought straight into your head and tell you it's God. Is that even a thing? I'm very stoned at the moment. It should be 0. I agree. The hell? Yeah, sub up. Yeah, sub up. Why not? Yeah. Drop them subs. Yeah. No, we'll be good though. We'll make it eventually. It's fine. So, if God is the giver of life, why can't He also be the taker of life? I've heard that so many times. Unironically, it's not even funny. Who the fuck's saying yes? 9 people so far. He wouldn't do that anyways. That's not what I asked you, Goon Master 374. If he did, would you do it? If it, like, we can try to weasel around, like, oh, in the story of Abraham, he didn't go through with it. Oh, he wouldn't ask you to do such a thing. Oh, he wouldn't compel people to sin. Like, these are answers to different questions, not the one that's on the screen. If you don't want to answer the one on the screen, that's fine. That's cool. It's whatever. But you know, just get out my stream. It's really about as simple as it is. Let me get you on out of here, skadoosh. And I feel like that is kind of weird to say like what God would or wouldn't do when we're literally today as a holiday celebrating human sacrifice. Are you accepting guests? I'll accept guests at like 10,000 likes. I think that's fair. Kelly says yes. Appreciate the straightforward answer, but that's gonna be a yikes for me. You're gonna be number 10 on my CPS calls tonight. Boom. There we go. And also, Bendy says yes. That's a mega oof. That's a super oof. That's an outlandish oof. God bless you. No, thank you. Colin says yes. Anybody else saying yes before I take out my CPS counters? Today we're celebrating Jesus rising from the grave. Isn't the literal whole point of Christianity that Jesus did this really remarkable, loving thing of getting sacrificed and turned into Swiss cheese for your sins? Isn't that literally the whole point of Christianity that's being celebrated today? So, I don't know. 1, 2. I already counted that one, so there you go. Make that 3. So let's add on 3 more. 15 and only 15 minutes. My goodness. All right. Well, that's fucked. Of course, yes is crazy. All right, make that another one. I gotta update these on YouTube too. If God asked me that, I'm gonna cry. You should probably cry if you hear a voice telling you to. He wouldn't ask this. I mean, if you again, Ain, if you don't want to answer the question on the screen, that's completely fine. But just trying to give me a half answer isn't gonna cut it for me. Answer it or don't answer it. For $1 million, yes, I would. It's crazy. I mean, never mind. I'm not going there. How many do I have? 16. Let me just put a 1 right here and then boom. Easy. Easy done. If you said that to my face, I'd become an atheist. I technically wouldn't be an atheist anymore if you said that to my face because I, believe he exists. I just will believe the God that exists is a piece of shit. Without hesitation, it's crazy. Who in the world says yes? I mean, 16 people so far, so. Skeptic, isn't sort of framing an impossible question. If God is perfectly moral being, he wouldn't order an immoral act / ignoring the Old Testament. Yeah, I love how you have to throw in like ignoring the Old Testament in there because you knew there's like a bunch of shit in there that God told people to do that was very immoral. So if you think God's all powerful, means he can do anything, which means he can do anything that he did in the Old Testament over again. So I don't know what to tell you on that one. Sinya, Dick, thank you for the follow, and Char, thank you for the follow as well. Kevin, I already got your yes. I already got your yeses. I know you're not happy in life. That's just that's false, unfortunately. The Semi Sano, thank you for the follow. What if I believe in the Greek gods? I mean, would you do it if Zeus told you to do such a thing? All right, let me go get you on out of here really quickly. Skadoosh. Bye-bye. Take care. No spamming, dude. Let's not spam the chat, guys. All right. Where do you get true peace from? I don't know what true peace is. I don't think that's a thing. Is this Binding of Isaac? No, it's from the Bible first, dude. All right, let me go get you on out of here. I already counted your yes, so yeah, let me. So we just got a bunch of kids in here. Let me go get you all out of here. See, that's 1 down. Skadoosh. Another down. Skadoosh. Get some more of y'all out of here real quick. Skadoosh. You know what y'all saying? Yes. I mean, 16 so far, so quit leaning on your own understanding. It's crazy. You don't have, let's see. You don't have any children? Oh, then, if Zeus told you to murder your hypothetical kids, would you do it? Yes, absolutely. It's crazy. What's up, Quacks? How you doing? Whack. Let's get some skadooches going. Number 17. See you later. I mean, put you in here. Absolutely the fuck not. Who's out here saying yes? W answer. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love to hear it. Somebody's praying in the chat. Matthew chapter 6, verse 5 tells you not to do that. But, I mean, you know that if you read the Bible. A lot of y'all don't read the Bible, though. I don't have kids, but I wouldn't do this. W. Hell no, that's schizophrenia. If I hear something telling me that, get help. Fair. Where does your happiness come from? I'm not going to answer that the way I want to, but yeah, a lot of different things. Least obvious rage bait is crazy. 4 a.m. says yes. So let's add that to the CPS calls real quick. I wouldn't listen to Zeus TBH. That's why I mostly believe in other gods. W. I don't believe in any gods, but as long as we get a no, that's all I want. Let's get some no's going. Your happiness comes from gummies. I do love a good gummy. Do love a good gummy. Are we rage baiting? Because if you read the Bible twice, you would know he wouldn't ask this. I've read the fact that I've read the Bible twice is how I know that God would ask such a thing, or at least could, right? If you think God's all powerful, he could do anything. If you read 1 Samuel 15:3 or Genesis, the story of Abraham, basically, you know that he could do this very clearly. Hell, if you know about the whole Jesus story, you know that he has no issue, murking even his own son, much less telling somebody else to murk theirs, right? So, yeah, I've read it twice. I got receipts. I mean, it doesn't make you feel good. I get it, but you're gonna need more than that. All right, I'm gonna get you on out of here. We got some more spammers in the chat. Skadoosh. The sad thing is most people who are religious and actually would do this want kids. It's frightening. It really is. It really is. It's unfortunate. Nandu says no. W. See what we got here. First time viewer now subbed. Hell yeah. Love to see it. Ajo? Azo? I don't know. The answer depends. It's the kid. Oh my god, Libra. What the fuck are we doing? Coming out of you. Coming from you. Somebody who watches Troye Sivan edits. I'm not gonna say the obvious, right? But watching Troye Sivan edits, like saying that, come on, man. Anyway, Katarina, Javon, and Aiden, thank y'all for the follows. Appreciate it. He wouldn't because that's completely against why Jesus died for us. I mean, you're limiting God's power, so I don't know. I'd repent if I were you. Abraham knew he would not be killing his son. The entire thing was symbolic and foreshadowing. It was just like for shits and giggles, just like, oh, I know I don't have to do it. No, this isn't a parable of a test or following God completely or anything. Let me just make up additional shit, I guess. I don't know. Taylor says yes. That's unfortunate, but I appreciate the honesty. Let me go ahead and get you on here. Make that 20. My bad. Somebody else said yes. So boom. That was Old Testament. Obviously, there was a doing away of all this. Jesus didn't. Somebody hasn't read the Sermon on the Mount. Like read Matthew 5 and look what Jesus has to say about doing away with the old law. I don't know what to tell you. See here, Hugh, what's your opinion on your new not FYP, PFP? That is a quack. That is a quack indeed. You're so weird if you say yes. I mean, we got 20 weirdos so far, and that's just the ones I can count. You're omniing it so good. What the fuck am I reading? Yes, Abraham to do that, and Abraham did what God asked him to do. He trusted God. It was a true follower. Yeah, just going over the Abraham story. Would you do it, Timmy? Yes or no? Would you do it? Yes or no? You have a very masculine voice. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I got a condition that makes my voice like this. 22. Two more people said yes. No, one of them's trolling, and because they have the same name as somebody that I muted, and okay, I do see the other one though, so that's one more, but the other one's a troll. Make that two more. Oof. How long have you been on? No, I'm worried. Only 25 minutes. So we're at about 1 a minute. It's not looking too good. Timmy said he would on YouTube. So let me go ahead and change that real quick. This is why I religion should probably be done away with. But anyway, let's change it over here, and then let's change it over here. 23 so far is the count, so boom. Anyway, what the heliante? What the heliant? What the heli berry? You're a Christian? Are you a weirdo? Not necessarily. Only created us. Creating stuff. You're saying things, words for sure. If it was truly God, yes. Unfortunate, but I appreciate the honest answer. So let's go ahead and get you on the count here. 24, skadoosh. Make that 25, skadoosh. In the Bible, that happened, and Allah said, "Whoops, don't." Yeah, that's I've read the story. How do you think Jesus was able to carry the cross if you know he had those terrible injuries? What? Same reason I think Superman's able to lift the entire planet. It's fictional character written to do a thing. Jesus would never ask such a thing. Why would he ask us to voluntarily sin? Somebody hasn't read the Old Testament. User 155-336-36125. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night, Tenzo. Appreciate you. You do understand that the people saying yes are more than likely trolls. Yeah, I mean, I give the benefit of the doubt and say like half are troll and half aren't. So I mean, even being at 12 this far in, it's just that's still fair. See what we got here. Lafco, thank you for sharing the live. Mio, thank you for the follow, and already read that one out. Ibuki, Bestie, thank you for the follow, and Hatley, thank you for the follow as well. What's your point in doing this on here though? To differ others' beliefs? Why not just let them live? The fact, okay, so it's kind of weird that I get this talking point. It's like me doing these streams is quote unquote not letting people live or not letting people believe. Don't we have free will? Isn't that kind of the whole point of Christianity? We have free will. If the answer is yes, wouldn't that mean you have the free will to literally take your thumb, put it toward the bottom of the screen, and then scroll away from the stream, like so far 1,000 people have done? Like, huh? How is me doing this stream depriving anybody of their beliefs? I've had 1,123 viewers so far, and I only have 110 that are still in here now, meaning there's a full 1,000 people that saw this and were like, this isn't for me, and scrolled away. And that's fair, right? But I never understand it. Oh, it just you have a differing opinion. Get off my screen, I guess. Mold to my world. Fuck you. Anyway, Solar Eclipse, thank you for the follow, and the share. Appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see what we got here. Somebody said yes. That's unfortunate, but let's go ahead and put you on down here. Number 26. You don't believe in God, so you don't care. W. What did Geometry Dash do to you? What the fuck? What are we even talking about over on YouTube? I would trust what God says, so if I knew it was him asking me to do it, I would trust him. I'm not trolling. Yeah, and that's kind of the point I'm getting at, is that religion is dangerous as fuck. Xavier says yes, that's unfortunate, but it's going to put you on the count really quickly. Skadoosh. Hugh, just so you know, so far I'm the most influential in your comments. I'm the most famous commenter. Is that true, y'all? Is he the most famous? Y'all know this guy? No. In a heartbeat, by Felicia. Saying bye Felicia after saying you would murk your kid is actually insane, but you know, fair is fair. 28. Y'all don't know him? No? Okay. Yeah, I mean, this my hood. They say they don't know you, so I don't know what to tell you. There's a whole verse in the Bible that says God wouldn't do this. There's also verses that say he would do this and worse, so I don't know why we're doing that. Like, oh, God wouldn't tell you to murk your own kid, even though he told somebody to do exactly that in the Bible, and also told somebody else to, you know, slaughter the entire Amalekite, all the Amalekites, and also he committed genocide. But yeah, sure. Yeah, he wouldn't ask you to do this one thing, of course. Ugh. Yes, with conditions. Oh goodness, what? I don't even want to hear the conditions. Let's just get on my CPS calls counter real quick. 29. Wait, no, wait. All right. What? Huh? What? Are you criticizing God? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Absolutely. Yes. I don't think I don't think if I otherwise find genocide and infanticide to be awful, that I should make God the exception. I think that's pretty fucked up. Just because God's always right. Somebody reneged on their yes, and somebody else. I mean, reneged on their yes, and somebody else said yes. So I'm gonna keep it the same. -1 plus 1. God damn it, Libra. Stop unfollowing and refollowing. Also, Chloe, thank you for the follow. Why'd you block me from commenting on my other account? Who are you? Huh? Like who? Who? Probably because you're spamming right now. So I don't know. That might have something to do with it. I'm atheist and I still would. It's crazy. How do you think he was able to carry the cross with those injuries? Fictional character. New Testament God is much more forgiving than the Old Testament. I mean, still the same God, right? It says in the Bible that God can't do three things. He can't lie. He can't be in the presence of sin, and he cannot change. These are the three things he can't do. So if you think it was the same God in the Old Testament as it was in the New Testament, then I mean, just saying, oh, he wouldn't do such thing that he did in the Old Testament is just, I mean, it's unfounded. Sussy, thank you for the follow. I wouldn't because I'm an atheist. W? Based? W? That psychosis, he would never tell you to do that. I agree, but for different reasons. Batman, thank you for the follow. Romance is optional says yes. That's unfortunate, but let's go ahead and put you on the old CPS calls counter real quick. 30. Boom, easy. Do I celebrate Easter? I'm gonna eat a lot of candy today. That's about it. I'm gonna eat those. I got a bag of those like Whopper Easter eggs. Those things are nice, but that's about it. Kids are annoying, so my answer would have to be yeah. God damn it, Libra. Why are you like this? Stop it. Get some help. Why would he ask you to do that in the first place? I don't know. You tell me, right? Oh, you still saying yes with conditions, so I'm gonna add yours. I mean, keep yours back. 30 is crazy. Yeah, we're only 30 minutes in too. These streams always call me down for some reason. Oh, shucks. Oh, gorge. That's probably why I have so many viewers, because so many people just come in and fall asleep because boring as shit. You don't understand the Bible at all. Yeah, everybody that says that just basically says, oh, you think the Bible says bad things, therefore you don't understand it. So you have no ability to read words, I guess. Wait, good sir, are you talking about Abraham or Abraham that killed his son? No, I'm not talking about the story. I'm asking a very clear question. If you believe in a God, this goes for everybody. If you believe in a God and that God told you, murk your kid, would you do it? Yes or no? No, because I don't believe in that shit. W. Hell yeah. Wait a second. There we go. Did I grow up religious? I'm genuinely asking as I like to see how atheists think. Yeah, I was I believed in God for 19 years. So somewhere in there. Kit says yes, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, somebody else said yes that I didn't count, so let's bring it on up to 32 real quick. Skadoosh. Boom. Let me update it on the YouTube as well. 1 second. Wait, where am I at? I'm at 32. Go transpose those numbers and we are good to go. 33? Is there a 33? Scroll on up real quick. I see the one. I don't see the other one. I'll give the benefit of the doubt and say, just keep it at 32. God wouldn't ask someone to commit a sin. Somebody hasn't read the Old Testament then. No, because it would contradict everything God has taught us and his nature. I mean, his nature very clearly told Saul through Samuel to, murk the Amalekite kids in 1 Samuel 15:3. So I don't know where you're pulling that from. No, I'm not going to do the whole Easter bunny thing. I shit you not. I'm going to smoke some herb. And by herb, I mean some basil. Like the cooking basil. I'm going to smoke some of that. And then I got some candy from CVS. You get me? So yeah, that's literally all I'm doing. No kids, no anything fun. Just eating chocolate like a fatty. I believe it was a demon tricking me first before I believed it was God. I believe you should take some Seroquel if you believe it's either of them. You know, I think that's fair. Because God's not real. W based based. Also, wait, I gotta change something really quickly before I continue. Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. If you're talking about me, it seems kind of odd that, oh, he's telling people, making people feel ashamed for wanting to murk their kids. Uh, Forgive him, Father, I guess. Sure. Christian Wilhelm said yes. I do see it. I'm gonna count you in a second, but I gotta change something real quick. So give me a minute. 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 Let's see here. Pencil. Let's change it to this. Save. Boom. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. All right, let's get back to it. How many said yes? CPS calls? Yeah, calls to Child Protective Services. Um. All right. You said yes. Do I goon to femboys? No, I don't goon to femboys. What the fuck kind of question is that? Do I goon to femboys? Come on, man. What are we doing? Stop saying yeah. Don't answer for me. The hell. Top 5 humans with the most aura. I'd say LeBron James is up there. Gail Willis. I mean, not Gail Lewis. Yeah, no, Gail Lewis is up there. Um, who else is up there? Um, Martin Luther King. Shout out him. He has some aura for sure. Who else got some aura? My old dealer. Shout out to my old dealer. He had aura for sure. And you know, Jesus Christ. There you go. There's 5. Gandhi. No Gandhi on that one. Gandhi's like he's nah, never mind. Somebody say yes, so you know what that means. Another CPS call incoming. Goozle? Who the fuck is Goozle? MLK cheated on his wife. I'd prefer somebody cheat on their wife than be a pedo like Gandhi was. All right, let's see what this dude's up to. Thank you for the 10,000 likes, by the way. I appreciate it.
That was that was all me. That was all I've been waiting to get up here.
Have you just been going? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
19, 2005.
All right, what's up, man?
What's up, man? So I heard you. I heard first off, no.
Hell yeah.
I would
W.
not.
W. Absolutely W. Let's do it. Oh shit, dude. I'm so used to kicking people. I'm so used to kicking people. Come back up, dude. That was muscle memory. Come back up, dude. Well, in the meantime, let me get this guest out real quick. Anyway, LeBron James before MLK was wild. I mean, I never seen MLK score a 3, so I don't know what to tell you on that one. Zero, what's up? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 18, like just turned 18 like 2 months ago.
If I told you to unalive your child, would you do it?
No. Ew. What?
W. W. There we go. Let's get a W for that guest. Let's get some W's. You think you're in enemy territory? Yeah, you're on the side of TikTok where people think that murking your kids in God's name is a bad thing to do. So that's enemy territory. Then I don't want to see your friends. You don't have one, but no, hell yeah. Yes, absolutely. If God told you to, it's the absolutely is crazy, but I got you. All right, 36. Boom. All right. Wait one quick second. All right, let's bring you back up. We got to make it quick though. Let me try to get through these guests.
That to me. But
Did we talk? Did we talk yesterday? By the way.
no, I've talked to you like a couple months ago.
Okay. All right.
And I just followed you, and I recently got TikTok again. But anyways, I'll make what I wanted to say fast.
Okay.
So you say that there's 3 things God can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Can't lie, can't be in the presence of sin, and damn, I'm Christian. I don't remember the last one. What's the last one?
Change.
He cannot change. So yes. So what I'm saying is that he would lie. He would be lying if he were to ask me that to test me, because you say that he can still ask you that. But when Jesus died on the cross and he said, "It is finished," he meant it is finished to all the tests from God to prove that we are deserving to go to heaven. That's why that there's the Old Testament and the New Testament.
So you think God doesn't test people literally at all ever again anymore since then?
Since then, no. Besides on Judgment Day, besides on Judgment Day, like testing them of if they actually the sins they did on their earthly life. Testing tests on earth, like in your earthly life, no. I think because he said it is finished.
That's contradicts what most Christians tell me, but I mean, fair enough. All right, you have a great student, man. Appreciate you.
You too, man.
All right, let's get this next guest up here. Let me catch up on the comments real quick. So slavery's still good? I don't think slavery was ever good. I think God was a piece of shit for saying it was all right. Kaiser already got your trolling, dude. Why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you intentionally. Mari says yes. Mary? Mari? I never know how to pronounce that name. Let me get you on up here real quick. I see the other guests. I got y'all in a second. Gotta make them quick, though. Gotta make them quick. You first.
Hello.
Hello. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
19 years old.
All right. Would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
Can I please explain? Please, 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 please.
I'm guessing that's a yes.
No, not
Yes.
necessarily.
Yes, with conditions.
No. No.
Oh, so
I'm not
just
saying
no?
I would in the sense of like some of these people, they're saying like, oh, yes, happily. Oh, hell no. That's fucked up.
But would
But
you?
if an all-powerful being is telling you to do something, that's
So
scary
yes.
as hell. He's gonna turn us into cucumbers or some shit, bro. I'm
So
not saying
yes.
like, bro, please, it's so different
It's
though.
a yes.
I'm
It's
not
a
like,
yes is a yes. Right?
no, if he's
Right?
asking me, it's gonna be no.
If he's asking you,
But
it's
if
gonna be
he's
no.
making me, that's coercion. That's like a gun to my head.
If you just came down, Fubu Jacket was like, "Hey, murk your kid," would you do it?
Oh hell no.
W. You know what? Hell yeah. Let's get a W guest in the chat. All right, next. Let's get a W for that guy. $60 for a pre-roll. Is this a scam? It is a scam. Absolutely, it is. All right, Fernando, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 60, bro.
60?
Yeah, 60.
Oh
Hey,
yeah, what's
bro,
up? Would you murk
I
your
can't
kid?
answer. I can't answer about something that would happen 4,000 years ago, but I do have a question for you.
Oh, you don't want to
If
answer the
you
question?
were, oh, I can't answer. That
Okay, fair
question.
enough. All right, let's get the next guest up here. Lil G, what's up, dude?
What's up, man?
Hey, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
18.
What year were you born?
May 11th, 2006.
All right, would you murk your kid? Wait, oh yeah, you're right. Would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
If I knew it was God, yeah.
Okay, well, appreciate your answer. Thank you for coming up. Let's go ahead and put you on a list real quick. Skadoosh. All right, got 38 so far. All right, Kaiser, I've seen your joke. Hardy har har, happily and brutally. Yeah, so edgy. I get it. Yeah. All right, next. Watch list. Pair of anguish. Oh, guess they didn't want to come up. All right, let's keep it to the comments then. What do CPS calls mean? Calls to Child Protective Services. That's what that means. It's a lot easier to want a kid when you're not the one. Yeah, fair. Wait, am I missing how much have I missed in YouTube? Not a lot, but yeah. Call me the Grim Reaper because I'm a professional chat killer. Oh, jeez. To be fair, I don't think it's you. I just think I'm not in the algorithm. Tito's #1 fan. Thank you for the follow. Paladin says yes. This card ain't hitting no more. What should I do? You should buy a new one. Yo, it's your boy. Thank you for the follow. All right, so that's 2 more to add to the. So we're up to 40. You won't call them? No shit. I'm not gonna call CPS at 1:24 a.m. for people I don't know on an Easter. Like yeah, duh, right? Like surely that's not too revolutionary to say, right? Anyway, wait, Damien, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Gracias. And Sydney, thank you for the follow. YouTube are the neglected children. Y'all are talking amongst yourselves over there. I look over there. I see some shit that I have. I'm not held in a loop. I'm out of context here, so I'm like, okay, fuck it. Fear the Lord? No, thank you. Fortunately, there are people who have done that. Indeed. Indeed. Mexican says yes. We're up to 41. All right, let me go update it on YouTube. The reason I update CPS call so infrequently on YouTube is because like I'm working with two different so what I'm looking for here is broadcasting software. So yeah. Oh, where the calls going up. I'm adding them on my end. I'm back and it's 40 people that said yes. Yeah, man. 40 so far. Make that 42. Should I go into LeBron or Femboys tonight? What do you think, man? Obviously Femboys. All right, let me put that to 42. Huge mistake. Is it? Also, what's up against all that's how you doing? Should I run a poll? No, I'm not running a poll on that dumb shit. You for real calling CPS on people? No, yeah, you know what? Absolutely. I'm gonna call CPS on people at 1:25 in the morning on Easter Sunday. For people I don't know who may or may not be saying who may or may not be lying about something they didn't do. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call CPS. It's not just a joke or anything like that. No, I'm gonna call CPS for sure. You know what else is massive? I don't have the edit on the edit music on my soundboard, unfortunately. He wouldn't if I heard that it's Satan deceiving me. Do you think that God is all powerful? It's 22:26. Wait, where are you? Wait, don't say it. 22:26 would be 10:26. So you are. I don't even feel like doing that math. You're like 15 hours ahead of me, or like 9 hours behind me. I don't know which one it is. See here, the thing is, he won't if someone claims he did. It's not God. I agree because I don't think God's real. But if you do believe God's real, would you? Yes or no? I wouldn't do shit because God isn't real. W based. Got another yes. So let's go ahead and do that. What's your favorite Bible verse? Back when I was a Christian, it was Titus 3:5. 43 people going through religious psychosis. Indeed. Can I spread peanut butter on it? I'm not going to. What spread peanut on what, man? I'm an atheist, but I can't lie. If God himself showed himself to me and asked me to murk your kid, my kid, my first thought would probably be, oh shit, this is a God or a demon. Either way, I was wrong. Yeah, I would acknowledge that God was real, so I'd be wrong about it, but would I then, murk my kid because of it? Absolutely not. So you're not a mother, but I do believe in God. Have I heard that? No, absolutely not. W based? Hell yeah. You're trying to bag buying shit? What do you say? You ask if she's got left pocket dog shit, and then she'll work out for you. Yes, because Abraham was. Oh yeah, I already counted you. Do I play video games, Rust or Ark? No, I don't play either of them. God is real. Prove it. God says to protect the youth, the children are his innocent image. Yeah, so that's why he told Saul to murk him mercilessly in 1 Samuel 15:3, right? Surely. 43 today, yeah, today. In just 48 minutes. Yeah, it's been a wild one. Thank you for the follow, and what is that? Can't read that. Choppa's derivative, thank you for the follow as well. And Naz Reed, thank you for the follow too. 43 say yes. 43 people say yes. Yes, he is, little bro. Prove it. It's that if it's something that you believe is truth, if you believe it's true, then prove it. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Maddie Starship, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. I appreciate it. Dude, my YouTube looks like a mess. I got the TikTok chat box. I got the TikTok chat box. I got the stuff on the screen. I got alerts. I should probably clean that up or something. Yeah, I gotta do something about that real quick. It'll bug me out if I don't. I don't know what I'm gonna do though. Glitching? No, I'm not glitching. I don't think. My kid would have had to have done goofed up badly if God tells me that. He could do it as a test of faith like he did in Genesis, right? Or he could say, your son's gonna be the sacrifice for everybody's sins, right? I don't know. It's a lot of different things. Yes, you will. That's unfortunate, but appreciate the honesty. 44. Sheesh. Muslim and you would easily do this? It's crazy. If I say what I wanted to, I get banned. I wouldn't deny if I hear the voice of God in my ears, I would do everything he says for me because I'm his daughter. Pray for him. Pray for me for saying that it's a bad thing to murk your kids is crazy. But let's get a rare YouTube L because I'm gonna add somebody from YouTube to the CPS calls. Hate to see it. Why'd you stop being a Christian? The lack of evidence is why I stopped being a Christian. I looked for evidence and all of it sucked. Ingsock, thank you for the follow. Are you the real Ingsock? If so, fuck you, dude. All right. What you did to Julia and the other dude from 1984, fuck you, man. Anyway, Mine or Mine, thank you for the follow. Name one case where he would do this. None because God's not real. Hughes, please don't have to be fully charged with the Bible. Does it say doesn't what? Hugh, please do not have to be fully charged with the Bible. Does it have to be fully charged for the cringy of the century and the bees are you doing? I just came in. I will be there in a few minutes. I'll be honest with you, Quacked. I read that and I probably I want to do awful things. I want to do really awful things after reading that. You broke my brain. He wouldn't say that. That's not the question on the screen. The question isn't would God tell you to murk your kids or not. The question is if he told you to, would you do it? Yes or no? You mean Winston? Winston, of course. I fucking love 1984 and I still forgot his name. Do I watch any sports? If you count WWE, then yeah. I just got done watching WrestleMania Night 1. What's your name and badge number? I'm not going to give you either of those, actually. I know. I messaged you on Discord. Happy birthday, G2. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, let me stop. All right, let's bring up the next guest. Ale? Yo, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
18.
What year were you born?
2006.
What month?
July.
All right, what's up? Would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
Now, so what's it called? I'm not necessarily like a Christian or anything, but I just wanted to ask if this omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent being manifested before you and asked you to do something or told you to do something, like what, would you not think that it was for an insanely good reason?
No.
And why don't you think that?
Because if my morality is based off of what this being gave me, then he knows why I would say no to such a thing. Now, so I'm guessing your answer is yes.
Well, I haven't really thought my answer through. I just want to know, like, if this all-knowing
You
being,
can say yes. It's fine. There's like 46 people that say yes before you.
It's more so asking why you would say no than actually saying yes.
So would you yes or no?
Not gonna lie, probably not.
W? All right.
I probably wouldn't, but I just want to know, like, because obviously like I said, I'm not necessarily a Christian. I'm not gonna abide by this God. I'm more so an agnostic, or I just believe that there is some sort of higher power, but I don't necessarily believe that there's like a way to scientifically or prove it by logic. So no, I would not. I don't think that my actions are influenced by quote unquote God with a capital G. But I do want to ask that, isn't it very compelling that this all powerful being just manifests before you and asks you to do something? I would still say no, but don't you think that it's extremely compelling?
No, I don't think that might makes right personally. I'm gonna get the next guest up here, but I appreciate you coming up. Got a few guests waiting.
Thank you, man.
All right. W, no. All right. Who was next? White Diamond. Sure. Let's bring up White Diamond.
No.
W.
That's what I have to say.
Also, Damien, thank you for the sausage. And I was gonna do something really stupid, but thank you for the sausage and thank you for the donut as well. Also, Tilly, thank you for the follow. Let's bring up Pet. Oh, shoot, I didn't bring up my gifter. Why am I doing this? I'm throwing, man. I'm throwing so hard. Petrova, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 18.
Are you sure?
That's loud, right?
Are you positive?
Am I sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in high school, but I'm 18.
Bro, be quiet.
Okay.
If God told you to unalive your child, would you do it?
No. And
W.
I am a Christian, so I know that's a little bit of a, like mix up. But the Bible says, "Thou shalt not kill." And I think that if God told me to unalive my child, that would be a test because God has done that biblically before. And, there's reasoning for everything. So I just don't think that that would be, a like realistic situation. So no.
All right, I appreciate you coming up. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna put that on the CPS calls anyway. So it was like a no, but like a dance around kind of no, Anyway, it was 32 last time you came by. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Damien, what's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 20, February 20th, 2005.
Sweet. Would you unalive your kid if God told you to do so?
Absolutely not. I mean, the insanity of that. I mean, you gotta think about that from not reading in a book perspective, but like genuine physical perspective, like seeing this from your eyes. You're holding a baby in your arms, and you hear a voice or you see a being, and you don't think, "Oh yeah, I'm in a gas leak," or I'm tripping right now. Nope, none of that. It's just instantly, let's kill the child. No, absolutely not.
Go get you on out of here, but appreciate you coming up. I hope they heard the sound effect and then just hear me like being silent. Because they probably would think I'm so weird if they just heard complete silence and then I kicked them. But yeah, based. Hayes, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. But yeah, that's super based. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. I already got him down. It's your boy. Already got him. Already nabbed it. If chaos created the world, the chances of that even happening are incomprehensibly low. What? Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Barb detected? Fuck no. Of course, but hear me out. God has everything planned. If he tells you to do something, do it. It doesn't matter. That's why I think religion is very dangerous. You're going to be CPS call number 50. If you're not actually calling CPS, why say you're calling CPS? I don't know if you heard this before, but there's like a linguistic device that people use for the sake of humor called a joke. It's spelled Joke. People make them for a multitude of different reasons. Personally, I make a joke, or I make this joke about calling CPS on people because to satirize the absurdity of people telling me that they would murk their kids if God told them to do so. So yeah, it's called a joke. Queen versus Beatles, better music. I personally like Queen a little bit better. Beatles were a little bit overrated. Not even gonna cap to you. Here comes the sun. Fuck my brains out. All right, let's bring up this next guest real quick. Chief Woods.
What's up?
What's up? How old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 27.
All right, what's up? Would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
What's the story of Abraham?
I mean, would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
What's the story behind Abraham?
All right, I appreciate you coming up. I'm gonna take that as a yes. If we can't answer a direct question, I would assume that you're ashamed of the answer. So go ahead and add you to the CPS calls real quick. Skadoosh. Also, let me update them on the YouTube as well. Oh wait, I just updated them. WME. Do you know the story? Do you know the flying spaghetti monster stirred the marinara for your sins? Oh, ramen, dude. Ramen. Love to hear it. We got some no's. Hell yeah. W Mob, W Riker, W Gallagher. I don't know. Notification says yes. I got tricked by somebody with the notification shit before when I was new to streaming. Make that 53, my bad. Gallagher, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Totally would. It's crazy. 54. This is religious psychosis who say yes. I agree. Brock and Locks, thank y'all for the follows. I probably get myself checked into a mental asylum. Me too. P.S. God will never ask you to truly do this. And if you believe God's real and He's all powerful, I mean, I don't think you have a right to say what God would or wouldn't ask you to do. But I mean, technically, I do agree with you because I don't think God's real. No way, 54 people said yes. Yep. Well, one said he tried to do like a weird like what's the story of Abraham, take over my stream sort of deal instead of just answering the question directly. And yeah, so yeah. So 53 plus dance around the pole. Does say thank you for the follow for justice? I think I did. Maybe. I don't know. Definitely not. W? Hell yeah. Already did it for real, for real. You're going on the Avengers calls list. I'm calling I'm not gonna call it CPS, like I'm gonna call it like Power Rangers or something. This live and your question is ignorant. Thank you for your opinion, I guess. How do you guys think God is talking to you if he's not real? Yeah, fair question, but I mean I don't think God actually talks to people. Hezekiah, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. I appreciate you. You do it to all 17 of your kids. Why do you have 7? Never mind. Loaf, thank you for follow. Yeah, thank you for following. Bing bong. Thank you for the follow. Why can't you answer the question? I can't answer the question, but I think you think this is like your stream instead of my stream. So if you want to come up and engage with the prompt on the screen that's on my stream that you're interacting with, by all means, we can do that. But if you want to not answer it and then just like say, oh, what's the story in Genesis and that you read twice? It's just like, I mean, it's not gonna get you very far. You would do it for show. I already counted you. Did it once and we'll do it again. Fuck off, dude. No, because it's not God who's going to say that. I agree, because I don't think God's real. Leo, thank you for the follow. Also, Taj, thank you for the rose. Rose is so yummy. It's not even what you say. All right, let's go ahead and set up a new goal real quick. Insomniac Les, thank you for the follow. And, thank y'all for the shares and the likes too. Let's see if we can get up to like 15,000 likes. 15,000. Why not? That's not the worst thing in the world, right? 15,000. Yeah, let's do it. You should ask a Mormon this. I bet I know their answer. I think I would too. I think I know their answer. Hell no, W. I'm ex-Christian. Why is the church like this? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if they went around the planet murking societies into converting to their religion, this isn't too far-fetched. Goblin, thank you for the follow. I recognize your name. I can't remember who you are though. The name's familiar. Answer your question when you answer my question. This is a topic, correct? No, that's not how it works. If you don't want to answer my question in the live that you're interacting with, if you want to just like do some sort of weird like intellectually dishonest performance bullshit, by all means, there's plenty of streams for you. It's just mine isn't one of them. Ex-Christian turned witch. Ooh, love me a good witch. I think I got like one witch friend. She's fun people. Pretty fun people. Thank you for the heart, man. Appreciate it. L host, L guest. If y'all can believe in God, y'all can double tap your screens. Exactly, yeah. Why not? Go for it. I promise it's free. You know, it won't hurt you. You'll be all right. Tap the screen a few times. Why not? L host, you're running from the truth. I'm supposed to believe that somebody has the truth when they can't even spell your correctly. Like, what are we fucking doing here, dude? We can't even spell a 5-letter word correctly, but I'm the one that doesn't have the truth and you do. What are we doing? Not a witch technically, but I like ancient sorcery and tarot. Ooh, I like tarot, but like, you know, like the tea flavor. If God told me to, I would. Appreciate the straightforward answer, but that's going to get you on the CPS calls list, unfortunately. Naya, thank you for the follow. You kicked me before answering the question. All right, let me go ahead and get you on out of here. Mute. You can take 5 minutes. I'll see you in 5 minutes. I don't want to take you out for the rest of the stream, but you take 5 minutes off. Calm down, get some water. Maybe get some gummy bears or something. Take a hit of a cigarette or something. Get a shot, maybe a beer. Step outside, get some fresh air. But yeah, I think you need some time off. Blooper, thank you for the follow. And drum roll, please. I missed one. Snoodle Dude, thank you for the share. And Gabriel, thank you for the follow. Gabri? I don't know. Inksock, thank you for the rosa. Gracias por el rosa. I appreciate it. And thank you for the TikTok as well. I can't even get to the comments. Power of the Ori and Lonely Void, thank y'all for the follows. Let's see here. How would God tell you exactly? I don't know. He's all powerful. He can figure it out. Someone said, of course. I think they were trolling. I think there was somebody from earlier. Have you ever thought about doing ASMR? I have, and yeah, I don't think that'll be too I'd feel I'd feel weird about it. Maybe if it were like maybe $100,000 a year or something, maybe, but yeah, doubtful. Hugh isn't paying attention, so a Hugh's voice makes me go to sleep. I'm sorry. I want to pay attention to YouTube. I really do, but then I look away and I look back over and you're like talking about like you know, whatever you're talking about. It's like yeah, it's I don't know. God joins your COD lobby and tells you if he if it was like Black Ops 2 and he won yeah, I told him like 1v1 me with a KSG or something, then maybe, but I don't know. W, no. Love to hear no. To be completely fair, if anybody's coming in here and getting cynical for it, most people are saying no. I can appreciate that. All right, let's bring up Power of the Ori. I'll bring you up. You leave for a second and CPS calls are at 55. Yeah, we're only an hour in too. Ori? Power?
Uh-huh. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
How are
How
you?
old are you for TikTok purposes?
Oh, I'm 37.
All right, what's up? What if
I'm actually I'm actually an atheist though.
Ooh, W. But
Yeah,
so,
I don't worry. I mean, yeah, I mean, I do think that the God of the Bible is like, can be harmful in some respects. Because I used to be Christian a long time ago before I became an atheist. So
yeah, I was a Christian for 19 years. Deconstructed like 10 years ago, somewhere in there.
yeah, I mean, what are you looking for though? Like Christians, or atheists, or do you want to agree if the Bible is harmful and dangerous?
I'm kind of want to. I agree that the Bible is harmful and dangerous, and I'm trying to show that, you know, because I know Christians are going to scroll in. I know an unfortunate number of them are going to say yes, they would do such a thing, and I want to show it clear as day that there's at least 55 people willing to say that they would murk their kids if God told them to do so. But I guess I do have
Yeah,
to ask you
I
to be
did.
consistent. Would you murk your kid if God told you to do so?
No, I wouldn't do anything harmful like that. Because God said that doesn't mean that you would follow the God of the Bible because somebody's. Because then wouldn't you like spend a life sentence in prison or something if you did something like that?
Yeah, as
So
you
if the
should.
judge asks, so if the judge asks you why would you mort your kids, you'd be like, oh, because it was God. God told me to do it. It's like, no, I wouldn't be a harmful person like the Bible says. Because the Bible says you can do certain things, and I don't really agree with what the Bible says.
Yeah, me either. All right, I'll bring the next guest up. I appreciate you coming up. Have a good rest of your night.
Oh yeah, thanks. You too. I'll follow you and listen to you guys' story then.
Oh yeah, take care.
Oh yeah, you too.
If God convinced me freedom isn't slavery, then of course Ingsoc would say that. When you want to earnestly ask him to show himself to make sure, already did. So, you know, here we are. I would if you brought LeBron for me to goon to. You'll need to get off of TikTok one of these days, dude. All right, let's try it again with this gentleman. Hopefully he's had some time to cool off. What's up, dude? Welcome back.
Are you gonna kick me?
If God told you to unalive your child, would you do it?
What is the story behind?
Then yes. If I didn't hear a yes, did y'all hear a yes? Did y'all hear a no? I didn't hear either of those words. You know, so I don't know what to say on that one. I mean, if you if you can't answer yes or no to a yes or no question, then I don't know what to tell you. I heard he would. I heard he would too. That's why I added him to the counter. But he kind of just wants to like make some sort of weird parallel between Genesis and the question I'm asking instead of like answering the question directly. Again, you're running. All right, let me give you 5 more minutes. Take 5 minutes. Give you 5 minutes. You know, Maybe you didn't smoke enough cigarettes. All right, let's bring up Ian. Me up. I'll bring you up afterward. Also, the real Christian God. Thank you for the follow. Benchick RN. Thank you for the follow as well. What's up, dude? How are you? Or a person?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, good. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Oh, wait, do I have to be over 18?
You do.
My bad, then.
No, fair enough. Appreciate you coming up, though. Also, Xylophone. Thank you for the follow. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ rising up on the third day. I wouldn't be here if it never crossed your mind. These are definitely words for sure. Savannah says, no, you would not. W Savannah. Let's get a W for Savannah over in YouTube. User 15533636125. Thank you for the follow. Hell no, because God wouldn't want that. Who are you to say what God would or wouldn't want? Yes, I would. Unfortunate, but I appreciate the honesty. Let's go ahead and put you up here. I missed a couple too. I was trying to add like 2 more of them to it, but I forgot to. So not 589, 58. There we go. Ugh, skadoosh. All right, next. Next. Oh wait, no, you left. Christian left. All right, bring you on up here. What's up, LC59?
Yo, bro, why the hell would God want to fucking sacrifice a child?
Oh,
bro?
whoa. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
19, bro.
All right, would you unalive your kid if God told you to do so?
Low key, yeah.
Fair enough. Have a good rest of your night. Let's see here. CPS calls. As a Christian, no. W, Deanna, hell yeah. You know, I'm gonna give him a 58.5 because he did say low key. You know, he said low key. So let me stop. Also, what's up, Magnolia? How you doing? I never understand what's happening on YouTube chat. Me either, dude. By the way, atheism and Christianity make no sense to me. Okay, that's okay. That's thanks for telling me that, I guess. Anyone who says yes needs to be sent to the ministry of love. Oh, jeez. They need to get a shot of victory gen for sure. All right, see what we got here. Let's bring up the next guest. All right.
You notice how your views are going down, right?
Would you want to live your kid if God told you to do so?
What's the story behind Abraham?
All right. You're going to answer yes or no?
I just want you to tell me the meaning behind that story.
Chad, let's make a bet real quick. Let's make a bet real quick. If the next words out of his mouth aren't yes or no, then God isn't real. Would you unalive your kid if God told you to do so?
What is the meaning behind?
That's proof right there. God's not real. You heard it here first, folks. God spoke through me right there to let y'all know that he's not real. Last to go to jail wins. All right. First one in prison's a rotten egg. I don't know. But anyway. Good job. No, good job for you, God. Love to see God in my stream. Angel says yes. Let me add you before I forget real quick. Naya.
It's Nia.
How old are you for TikTok purposes?
18.
What year were you born?
2007.
2007? What month?
2007, yeah.
Yeah, what month?
April.
Happy belated birthday. How can I help you? Would you unalive your kid if God told you to do so?
Absolutely not.
W answer. All right, that's all I need. You have a great rest of your night. Appreciate you. Follow her example. Let's try to answer that more often. Let's try to make that more our answer, you know? Let's do that. God wouldn't tell you to do that. That's an answer to a different question. The answer, the question that I'm asking is, would you unalive your kid if God told you to do so? She's not even Christian, bro. That's not the point of it. If God told you to do such a thing, would you do the thing? If you don't believe in God, your answer is automatically no. That's awesome. Love to hear it. My answer is no for 2 reasons, but that's the biggest one. You don't have a kid, but no? Based. Love to hear it. Have a good night, Mr. Gecko. Appreciate you being here. Now I'm going to talk about how much I love older women. Oh man, I can have a whole stream about about older women. from like, I don't know, 30. Obviously 30s is appropriate, right? I'm about to be 30 next year, but 30s, 40s, that's prime right there. No, simply God is already in heaven or whatever. My kid isn't. That's decent justification. You're literally real. Just read your username. Oh shit, you know what that means. Wait 1 second. 1 second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Which picture is it? No, that's not it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. The Christian God is in my chat. So you know what that means. The one and only Christian God is in my chat. So no, never mind. I'm gonna do this later. I'll probably wait on it. God will make you do something like this in the first place, though. I agree because God's not real, but if you believe that God is real and he told you to do such a thing, would you do it, yes or no? Did you just see Elon and Trump kissing? No, I don't have that on my computer. You saw what you wanted to see. You have an insane birthday haul? Ooh, what you get? You like the ugly duckling left alone and ignored? I keep looking over I keep getting bamboozled by YouTube. Y'all go from talking among each other and like only talking to yourselves for like 10 minutes and then just like randomly one person comes in like trying to address me. You need to see that kissing picture again. I don't have a kissing. What kissing picture are you talking about, man? The fuck are we doing? If you saw it on my screen, I don't know what to tell you. That's yeah. Anyway, I'm not bringing you back up again. 3 times and you're out. I think 3 times is fair. You know, if you had 3 chances to answer the question, you chose not to. I think that's fair. You're just kind of out and about at that point. By the way, real Christians are leftists. Yeah, if if Jesus came back down today, he would get you know, probably crucified again by people with red hats on. Angel, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
Oh.
Not old enough, unfortunately. But come back when you're like at least 18 years of age, and I'll be happy to have this discussion with you. By the way, real Christians are employed. I mean, Jesus did say to sell all your valuables and like you know, walk with him. So no, I think materialism isn't of Jesus. All right, who's next? Oh, nah. Oh wait, no, I got something I could do. Wait. It's an if statement. If God told you to do something, would you do it? You can't say if you would or wouldn't because you don't know unless God does ask you. I mean, if that's the case, then you think people can't engage with hypotheticals, then I mean, you just live by a whole different set of rules than most people. Wait 1 second, I gotta do this real quick. Give me a minute. I'm gonna do something really silly because I'm kind of high. Zach, thank you for the follow. Yes, you're Muslim. You have trust in Allah. That is unfortunate, but appreciate the honest answer. Wait, I gotta get this done real quick. Oh, wait, I'm like 10 behind on YouTube. I gotta update that. There are 61 CPS calls so far, not 51. So boom. Happy Easter. Yeah, happy Human Sacrifice Day. Wait 1 second. Okay, wait. Let's bring this guy back up real quick. What's up, my man?
Okay, before you kick me, can I just ask why you're atheist?
I'm sorry?
All right, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Can I just ask you why you're atheist?
I'm taking that man at the back of the bus, feeling like 3-6 Mafia. I'm gonna fill up his nose with dust. All this talking, building. I don't give a fuck. Conversation, you from West, trying to pick me up on a Lambo truck. I built that man there enough short lived, so I wanted to use him. I'm collecting these in debt. If I get this one, I'm gonna use it. I left that on red. Ain't gonna fuck me, and that's on period. I'm in the back of the car with your daddy. We pull up in the top of the hood. Got him bending his phone like spice in the back of the van with a top in the hood. This man wanna act like a beast, so I put these men in the cage. I'm in the call like 10 days later. I'm busting out numbers. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but for real though.
Nah, I wasn't here to be for real. I'm sorry, dude. grown adult listening to this, by the way. I mean, it has some adult themes in it. If anything, I should I should be the one listening to it, not the rest of you under 25s. All right. Exactly. Magnolia Hugh needs to go back to being ASMR. No, she doesn't. They don't? I don't know. Smartest atheist. I don't believe in a book with talking animals, so that, but unironically. Sammy, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 18.
No, you fuck, you are not. If you were, my apologies. But if you were lying to me, you gotta have some gusto. All right, you gotta have some fervor. All right, that was you sounded like you just came out the womb. Sound like you still have the white placenta off your face. I'm sorry, but my child is top 3. What are the other 2? Adult listening to this, yeah. Adult listening to a song about dudes getting pegged in the back of buses, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no W. One hallucination is over. Could you imagine just hallucinate one voice and then all of a sudden you in prison? I forgot to do something. I shouldn't have smoked so much before I went live. And by smoke, I mean cigarettes, obviously. TikTok. Nothing else. No regulated substances here. It's either you on top 1 or your child or your partner. I'd say kid comes 1. I could always replace my partner. I can't replace a kid. People think the exact opposite way, and I think that's kind of absurd. Smite him. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You would do anything for your cult king. What's up, Juju? How you doing today? I'm in the back of the car with LeBron. I told him to shower me, so he gave me the golden shower. I'm probably gonna get off stream after reading that shit. I'm probably getting off. I'm probably gonna get off here. I'd do it even if God didn't say shit. It's crazy. I'm calling the Avengers on you. Avengers, Justice League, Power Rangers. I don't give a fuck. Thought Police want to smite you for that song for that song that was playing. Yeah. I gotta go to like re-education. What do you believe in? I don't believe in anything supernatural or divine. Neater, she's attractive for sure, but I don't know if need is the word I would use for that. 6 CPS calls plus 1 electric chair. More like 1 electric chair, 1 pair of anguish, 1 death row sentence, 3 Avengers calls, 1 FBI call, and the rest are CPS calls. I'm plexing it. What the fuck? Huh? I'm plexing it. I'm plexing it so good. This will make Invincible pay. What the fuck did I just read? What in Sam fuck did I just read? I love ICP more than myself. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I don't know if Insane Clown Posse is that good though. Their music, especially being a Detroiter, I know that's sacrilegious, but yeah, they're yeah, no. Just saw the stream and like to enter. Okay, yeah, you're here. Welcome in, Thunderstorm guy. Would you call CPS on Abraham about to sacrifice Isaac? If we had CPS back then, yeah, I would, absolutely. What makes you ask a question like that? To kind of weed out people who are dangerous and should be put on blast. You watching this on TikTok and YouTube? Based. Be like him. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube. Why not? Just throw them both up. Put one on your phone. Just put one on your TV. Don't actually do that. That would be kind of creepy. But you work in Detroit? Ooh, wait a second. Never mind. I'm not gonna say DM me or anything. But yeah, I'm not that far outside of Detroit. Yes, if he told me to let him know I trust him, he wouldn't let me actually do it because he tests. I mean, it's kind of weird that we seem to know what an all-powerful, all-knowing God would or wouldn't do or say, but sure. Anybody here see WrestleMania earlier? Anybody here watch wrestling? Cause yeah. Twin, you're petty for that CPS count? Yeah, I was just on 1 today. Also, how you doing, Twin? How your day going? How your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your strife? How's your life? How's your... I can't think of any other words. How you doing today? Love seeing you in the stream. Every time I see you pop up, Ash, I like take a step back and like take my headphones off And it's like start rubbing my hands together like, hell yeah, here we go. And then I do absolutely nothing because, Cole said he would do it. That's unfortunate, but WrestleMania was mid until the end. I agree. I even think like the Tiffany Charlotte match, like that could have been a lot better. I don't know why they had Charlotte performing if her knee was bad. But the Jey Uso versus Gunther one, I'm okay with the result. I just didn't like the match itself. War Raiders and New Day, that was mid as fuck. Jacob Fatu and LA Knight, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. That's about as good as I expected it to be. What else was on there? Ray Phoenix and El Grande Americano. I feel like if they let that match go longer, that would have been a lot better, but it was just so good. It was just too short. See what we got here. Somebody said yes, you're getting added. Life is good being godless and faithless. W. Hell yeah. Love me a good godless baddie. When I see she ain't got no God with her. Hell yeah. The story of God sending bears to kill 42 kids is gross. Yeah, that was a pretty fucked up one. That was like, I think, First King, Second King, somewhere in there. Good night, Lil, bro. Why does everybody want to call me Lil, bro? I'm not that Lil. Not Lil, bro. Just a bro. But yeah, you have a good rest of your night. I appreciate you. How can you be an atheist when I'm literally in the chat right now? Read my username. I know what you're trying to do, but like I just don't have the energy right now. Been screaming all night for different reasons. Jay's match was cheeks. I mean, any match with Naomi and it's gonna be cheeks, technically. Hardy har, right? But Naomi or like Jada Parker, right? But or Stephanie Vaquer. I'm not gonna say her names, but yeah, it was just a midnight, honestly. Even like the match itself between Roman and Seth and Punk was like the story was great, but like the wrestling itself was like it could have been better. I feel like they were just pacing themselves too much, like front to back. Like they were just working toward that little twist at the end rather than just like having a match. Do I like Super Mario 64? I do, but I haven't played it in years. No, God wouldn't say that. That's not the question I asked. Some of y'all need to play The Binding of Isaac. I haven't played it, but I saw gameplay of it. It's based off the Bible story, not the other way around. Thought police are out. Peace. I'm not even going to wish you a good rest of your night, Inksock. Fuck you for what you did to Winston. All right. Fuck you for that. Just kidding. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you. I wouldn't listen because I don't listen to men. I mean, based? Based, right? No, what makes my life meaningful is I'm good without cause. I don't believe in a God, so I'm being kind of my own free will with no motivator, unlike you religious coots who needed a reason. Based. Love to hear it. Love it. Only atheists are going to heaven since they didn't, I guess, believe in a being watching over them to be a decent human. Didn't need. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if works get you into heaven and not belief or faith or whatever, then atheists are probably going to be a little bit better off. Hugh Sanders era. I think you were here for you were here for that one stream I had on my ult before I took the week off. I think I made my position very clear on why I like can be a little bit misandrous sometimes on occasion. Checkmate, I'm telling you to breathe. God damn it. I hate when people do that. Stop reminding me of my manual faculties. God damn it. Thought police are out for real this time. All right. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you. People would actually do it. Yeah. Pretty fucked up. You don't remember that? That was probably my best stream. How do you not remember that? It was a really good one. I said a lot of things that I cannot say on my main account. I would be banned into oblivion if I said even half the shit I said on my main. How can someone that's not real tell me what to do? Fair enough. God had a purpose of telling Abraham to unalive his son and never asked again. I'm not asking about the Genesis story. I'm asking if a God that you believe exists currently told you to murk your kid, would you do it? You vaguely remember that happening? Yeah, it was a wild one. I was just I smoked way too much, dude. I had zero tolerance that night. Zero tolerance. I think I told somebody to. I don't regret it either. They were like trying to justify Deuteronomy 22:28. I'd do it again if I could, but I think they're blocked on YouTube. If God told me to unalive my child, I would take my schizophrenia medication. Yeah, that's fair. I'll definitely take some Seroquel. We've detected inactivity. Oh, the puzzle piece. Wait a second. Oh, skadoosh. There we go. He would never do that, though. Stop trying to push a narrative that isn't true. I mean, it's not an untrue narrative, because I mean, God wouldn't tell you to do such a thing because God's not real, right? But if you believe God is real and he can tell you to do such a thing, then that's a moot point to say what he would or wouldn't do. It makes you feel better, makes your tummy feel all nice and warm and fuzzy to think an all-powerful being that's commanded atrocities wouldn't tell you to do another atrocity. Sure, by all means, but it's just not gonna fly with me. Christian here, you would not? Hell yeah, W. This wouldn't happen, and I would give myself for my children. I'd give myself for my kids too. I wouldn't murk any kids. I think that would be pretty disgusting. This is upsetting, and God wouldn't ask you this, bro. I mean, God's not real, so I mean, technically, -1 CPS calls for that. No, we're not taking off the CPS calls list, because I've missed so many yeses that there should be more, but I'm missing quite a few. There's so much cognitive dissonance in chat tonight. It's a pretty wild one. I don't believe, but according to believers, I think that God is not able to say that. Devil would. God can only not do 3 things: change, lie, or be in the presence of sin. According to the Bible, that's the only 3 things that God are claimed to not be able to do. He can do literally anything except those things. One of those isn't tell people to murk their kids. He did it to Abraham. He told Saul to murk the Amalekite kids. So yeah. Brazen says yes. It's been a while since I added a CPS call. I probably missed a few, but fuck it, why not? We're winging it. We're up to 65. Let me update that on Streamlabs too. 65. There we go. You were kidding? God damn it. I'll keep it up there for the next genuine yes. Gotta go. Sorry you missed it. Have a good rest of your night. Even if God was real, I would never do that. W answer. I'm saying if God doesn't exist, being in love is just a feeling we get from being humane. Yeah. I mean, love, I wouldn't like, are you talking about like love in general or being in love with God? See what we got here. Oh, somebody's just running teleological nonsense. Painting has a painter, false equivalence composition fallacy for applying it to the universe. Honestly, no, even if God told me to do that, I would rebuke, because why would I sacrifice my... You don't have to finish it. W answer. No, even if I did believe, I still wouldn't. Yeah, me either. Because like, let's say God is real for a second, just hypothetically, of course. Then God gave me my morals, and God gave me the morals that say I would never do such a thing. So if he would punish me for, me using my morals that he gave me, that's going to be fucked up. What's the CPS call number mean? Basically the number of calls I'm going to make to Child Protective Services for people saying yes. But it's a joke. I'm not actually calling CPS on a Sunday for people I don't know who may or may not have kids, just for saying what they would or wouldn't do in a hypothetical. At 2:13 in the morning, by the way. I don't know if God is real, but if I knew definitively he existed, I would. Is that crazy? That is. Indeed, that is. Yeah, that is insane, actually. I hope this helps. Somebody else said yes and then took it back. They were joking. So the actual number is 65. I should have took it off before, but now 65 is the true number. Hey, Galileo, how you doing today? How's your day? How's your night? How's your life? How's your strife? How's your plife? How's your I don't know. God can do almost anything he wants, and he can will tell you to unalive your kids if he wants. Yeah, he does so throughout the Bible multiple times. He told Samuel through Saul. I keep getting that backwards. He told Saul through Samuel. Fuck, my bad. To murder the Amalekite kids in 1 Samuel 15:3. Told Abraham to do so, even if he intended for it to be a test, he still told him to do it. So like, people that are saying like, oh, he would never tell you to do such a thing, like either they haven't read their Bible or they're just like trying to cope. Can't stand cope. Be like Abraham. I'm good on that. I wouldn't be like Abraham. I'd probably spit in God's face if he had one. Chilling like villain? Hell yeah. Cheers. I don't have any wine glasses near me or anything, but cheers. If God is real, give me a sign before midnight. If God is real, give me literally any sign before I get off the stream, and I will convert my life. I will dedicate my life to you. It's not going to happen, though. The New Testament is different than the old ones. God doesn't change, so that's a moot point. LeBron is my God. Fair enough. That's a W God. Eli Velasquez says yes. So Eli Velasquez gets added to the CPS calls. You've been calling CPS? Yep. I've been calling CPS this hour and a half I've been on the stream for sure. What would you consider evidence? God knows what I would consider evidence. So I'll leave it at that. God is real and everybody in your comments is all the proof you need. People existing proves God? Huh? What? Anyway, your unbelief is accounted for in the Bible and God knows that you wouldn't submit if you believed. I would take that at face value because it has explanatory power. Like he doesn't know like he knows I wouldn't actually submit or wouldn't actually convert over, so he's not gonna try to. Like, fair enough, right? But the fact that I've heard like 10 different explanations for it and there's no like definitive one true explanation, and that's just one among the many, shows that you're just talking out your butt. And everybody's been talking out their butt. Because someone say, oh, he's going to do it, he just hasn't yet. Or, oh, you got to try harder and with all your heart and consistently and do it right now and entertain me and shit, right? You got people like you saying like, oh, he's not going to try because he know you wouldn't be convinced. It's just like, come on, man. Who's right about this? Which is it? No, because God is not of murder. What do you think Jesus was? Wait a minute. Huh? God's not of murder? Doesn't the literal entirety of the faith revolve around him murdering his own son or allowing his own son to be murdered? Are we fucking joking? How are you calling CPS if you don't know where they live? It's a joke. 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 My mom had an episode of religious psychosis and I had to move back to my dad's because of this fear. Fuck. Sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Shit gets real out here. RJ, thank you for the squirrel. Appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. It's embarrassing seeing people think the CPS call count is real. Yeah, like, I'm going to call CPS at 2:17 in the morning on not only a Sunday, but Easter Sunday, because people in TikTok that I don't know answer yes to a question that they might be joking about in a hypothetical. All right, let me go ahead and get you on out of here real quick. You are not the main character. Skadoosh. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you being here, but we don't do that. Didn't God like kill all of the firstborn sons during the plagues or whatever they were called? I'll do you one better. He drowned literally the entire planet save for 8 people. And two of every animal. So God's not one of murder. I don't know what to tell you on that one. But let's catch up on the YouTube real quick. Hawaiian Lolo says yes. That sucks, but you know, let's go ahead and put you on the CPS call counter real quick. Oh, what's up, Dagobah Dave? How you doing today? I saw you in Ian's earlier. Where do life forms come from? How does matter come from non-existent? What? The life forms come from? Have you read about abiogenesis, or are you just like asking pastoral open-ended questions that you don't intend to have an honest answer for? DJ Rodeo says yes. I got you. Wait 1 second. Yo, remember when God slimed out the entire human population without warning? Yeah, I remember that vividly. Genesis chapters, I think it was chapter 7 that the actual flood happened. See what we got here. I'm not religious, but I know there's something out there. It cannot be us. As long as you said I would not, that's great. That's all I needed to hear. I missed one that I was, I don't know. Fuck, anyway. Quran 93:7 refers to a verse in the Quran where Allah is acknowledged, forgotten in the Prophet Muhammad after it was initially lost. He found you lost and guided you. Yeah, I've read the entire Quran, dude. I don't know which woman they do with that information. Do you celebrate holidays like Easter or Christmas, even though being an atheist? Just in a secular way, just as like an excuse to eat candy kind of way, sure, but that's about it. Yes, you would for God. You are CPS call number. Drum roll, please. That's not even a drum roll. That was just whatever the fuck that was. Number 69. 69 people so far. My goodness. Oofity oofoo. All right, start this. Let's get a 69 over here too. See what we got. What's the meaning to life? That's for you to decide personally. God asked Abraham to do this to test his faith, but God told Abraham to stop when he was about to commit the act. I mean, if you believe that God still exists and that God doesn't change and that God is capable of doing such a thing, then I mean that's a moot point. If I told you after I unalive my child that God told me to do it, would you believe me? I wouldn't believe you. No, I would want to. I'd want to put you in prison. Have a good rest of your night, Mag. Appreciate you being here. We're all monkeys and fish, and we should go back to our roots. We share a common ancestor with monkeys and fish. I wouldn't say we are monkeys and fish, though. I mean, we're apes, but yeah, that's really about as far as that goes. I'd do it if I got a free hot dog, man. You know what? Fair. I'm a glizzy gobbler. I love me some glizzies. With the chili, the cheese, maybe some pickle on there, a little onion. You're having a good day. Anyway, God never changes. His love is unconditional. Isn't that kind of, you know what? Never mind. You're chill as fuck for that. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Chili dogs are better. I said there's chili, you know, chili on a dog. Yeah, that's good stuff, you know. But, you know, a little cheese, a little chili, some cheese sauce. Not the shredded cheese. I mean, that's good, obviously, but it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't quite get the job done. I like that neon yellow cheese sauce goodness and gooiness with the chili on there. Little pickle, little onion, maybe a little squirt of mustard. I mean, who cares, right? Having a good day. I got your yes earlier. I remember your name. Folker? Folkray? I don't know, but you don't like shredded cheese on a chili dog? I don't like shredded cheese over cheese sauce on the chili dog. No. I think if you're cuz like it doesn't melt. It never melts quite as good. Even if it did, it's like it just doesn't have that cheesy flavor I'm looking for. At the end of your life, you can't look back and be happy with yourself. That's your problem. Preach. Did I see Victoria? Yeah, Victoria Monet. I just read those names out of order. Victoria Monet and Megan Thee Stallion at Coachella. No, because I don't keep up with that kind of stuff. Sorry. Let me look it up real quick though. Especially now that I'm nobody can see my screen. See what we got here. God damn. Sheesh. Okay. All right. Well, all right. That's okay. Well, appreciate that. No, but my mom would. That's. I'm sorry to hear that one. That sucks. Elise, thank you for the heart me and the happy weekend. I appreciate. Whoa, wait a second. The happy weekend. Wait, I just noticed. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's huge. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have a real happy weekend after that one. By the way, is this a second account? Did you get banned on the other? Also, Joba, thank you so much for the follow. Do we like ranch with pizza around here? Take it or leave it, honestly. It's like, if it's bad pizza, you got a banana. Oof. Get back up. All right. Let me follow you on this one, too. At least 2.0, the Reckoning, based. I gotta name mine like Electric Boogaloo or something, but Mine's just boring. It just says backup account for Hugh, for Unchained Skeptic. But no, I mean, ranch on pizza, it's okay. It's fine. I'll take it or leave it. If it's bad pizza, like 7-Eleven pizza or something, sure. But if it's good enough pizza, it doesn't need ranch or anything. I'm not religious, but if I was, no, you wouldn't. W. Can you believe we have 69 so far? It has to be more. I know I missed a few, but yeah, having even 69 is just crazy. Hour and 45 minutes in. Fuck off, man. God took away the snake's legs after it tricked Eve. Where are all those bones of snakes with legs? Good question. Do you think all the cavemen are in hell because they didn't, worship Jesus or acknowledge Jesus? Make it 70, I would do it for a pizza. Pizza's my favorite food, so part of me wants to say what the fuck, but the other part of me wants to say fair. Hell no, never. God would never do such a thing, and if he did, it would be a test. Hell no. We're doing some justifications here instead of just saying a yes or a no, but okay, fair. Ashton, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. What do you think of the stupid dentist and God comparison analogy thing? I'll be honest, I don't even remember it. It's people make so many bad analogies and so many bad metaphors with me. I just tune them out. I forget them by the end of the night. Hey, thank you. Did you follow yesterday? I remember the name, but thank you for the follow. And Fokri, whatever, however you pronounce it. Thank you for the follow as well. Yes, I would. It would make a great game. Come on, dude. Be serious, man. I do it for an extra season for a show of my choice. Is fucking crazy. Would I get another season of Breaking Bad though? I wouldn't. Obviously, I wouldn't do it for an extra season of Breaking Bad. I mean, I'm not a fucking psycho, right? But I think it speaks to the testament of the show that it was able to go to full 5 seasons without ever dropping off in quality. Also, The Sopranos too. You do it for another Rihanna album. Rihanna's not. I mean, she's good, but it's like, we can't come up with a better, like a better album than Rihanna. Like, I don't know. What would you do for a Klondike bar? I would definitely not murk my kid for a Klondike bar. An extra season of Game of Thrones where they ended good. Yeah, that was suckish. Do you think there's a social benefit to some level of religious diversity? In practice, yeah. In theory, yeah. In practice, it's kind of a mixed bag. Ask me as somebody bordering on anti-theism, I'd say there's not even a good reason for people to be there. The best society would be one that doesn't come up with these concepts in the first place, or doesn't throw themselves wholeheartedly into these concepts in the first place. But I figure if you absolutely have to have religion, then it might be best if not everybody believes in the exact same thing, especially if all of them are fake. I'd rather people believe in multiple different fake things so that they can have the tools that will be able to where they'd be able to chop down other fake claims of other religions, rather than just everybody believe this one thing that's clearly false. The Bible makes atheists. That's what happened with me. I read the Bible and I became an atheist not that long after. God even asked Abraham to kill his one and only child, and Abraham hesitated, but eventually did. In the last few moments, God stopped him. I don't know why we're recounting the Genesis story, but yeah. Add another call. Is there another call? Drum roll, please. God never told anyone to murk their kids, so why would he now? Have you even read the Old Testament? There is cannibalization in the Old Testament. There was there was the infanticide in 1 Samuel. There was a bunch of stuff in that God condoned or committed or commanded in the Old Testament. I'll take your word for it. I don't want to get off to 69, but I do believe there was another yes. There have been multiple yeses. I've just been missing them. So 70 total yeses. It doesn't make sense. Your creator is telling you to, and obviously God can bring him back if he's real. So yes, you would. If you think that might makes right, I mean, sure, but I mean, stay the fuck away from me. So 71. There we go. Thoughts on Buddhism? I think if I like Buddhism. I like their I think the Buddhists have good vibes. I'll say that much. You know, they're pretty chill people. Every Buddhist I've met, for the most part, has been nothing short of kind, understanding, thoughtful. The religion itself, though, I mean, it's just claims supernatural things that it can't prove, so it's just not for me. But yeah, I do enjoy Buddhists for sure. My child comes first always, even before God. W. W. If I had a kid, they would definitely come first before God. Hell yeah. See, for everyone who watched, you're just wasting your time on his live stream. This is rage bait, so he gets more views. Me too. See, like, so for my normal streams, like, if somebody were to call it rage bait, I'd just say, okay, well, I'm just saying, ask me questions. So, thinking that's rage bait is just intellectual, like, not intellectual, like emotional, a lack of emotional intelligence, right? But if you think that a stream where I'm pointing out that people shouldn't murder their kids for any reason, much less in the name of God, is rage bait, or something that's where the authenticity needs to be questioned so much that you can even call it rage bait, then I mean you should probably, I don't know, you should probably go into like a prison cell or something, and then, like, you know, like, close the door behind you, lock it, and then, like, take the key and flush it down the toilet. Have you ever watched The Bald and the Beautiful? I haven't even heard of it. TBH. Believing in God means for me believing and trusting in him that we would do what is best for me. So I'm going to take that as a yes and make the 72 CPS calls. Why 71 CPS calls? So far, 71 people have said yes to this question. So I think that's worth a call to CPS for sure. 72. Let's change it over here. It's a genuine question. I think it's important to finally engage in conversation with people who believe differently. Thank you so much, dude. That's literally the whole point of me doing this, but people think, oh, I feel uncomfortable, therefore this thing is rage bait. It's just, I don't know what to say at that point. It's a podcast with two drag queens. I probably wouldn't enjoy it then. Probably not. Like, why can't they just stick to reading books? You know, reading books to kids. W. It's just the stories. Like, I watched RuPaul's Drag Race once, and it was just like, it was cool. It was like, it was fabulous. It was glitzy and glamorous and stuff. But it just got so annoying so quickly. Just hearing those voices, you know, it was just so catty, so artificial. Couldn't stand it. You kind of sound like a Wendigoon or a Wendigoon. What's a Wendigoon or who? What? Trixie and Katia? Katya? I don't know. It depends. What would it depend on? I'm done with Dank Pasta. That guy's an idiot in every sense. Kenny, here's a way to instantly gauge whether or not somebody is worth talking to from the other side. Ask them, is there anything I could say to you that will make you think that you're wrong about this? And if the answer is yes, ask them what it is. And if the answer is no, they're probably not worth talking to. Because if their answer is no, like, there's nothing anybody could say that will make me think I'm wrong, like no new information I could come to, then that's just intellectual dishonesty. It's just not worth it. Yes, but if you refuse, what are you saying? You are saying no to God? Yes, actually, that is the yes. Yes, exactly. I am saying no to God. Yes, I am saying no to somebody telling me to murk my kid. Yeah. By the way, I missed a gift. Coral. I sound like Rick saying his son's name in the Walking Dead. Coral, thank you for the chili. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would absolutely 100% say no to God. Yes, I would question God in that particular instance. And he shouldn't be surprised by it either. He's quote unquote all knowing, so he knows why I'm saying no. He's the arbiter of my morality, so he should know what morals he gave me that make me say no to him. Yeah, absolutely, I'd say no to God. The furk. You only watch Drag Race for Plastic Tiara? I don't even know who or what that is. Thoughts on Islam? In the kindest words possible, Islam is not for me. I'm not a fan. Not a fan evidentially, not a fan morally. It's just not a fan. You meant no? Okay, I won't answer it then. Oh, for them, yeah. I mean, if you like for them, and that gets a little bit, plastique is beautiful. All right, let me look this up real quick. It's gonna be a drag queen. I don't know why I'm bothering to look it up, but fuck it, why not? Let's do it. Ugh, let's do the. Hmm. So I know I used to call myself straight, right? No, never. No, but no, but yeah, no. She's. Is it a she or is it just like a? No, but who they are very attractive. Do you prefer Christianity over Islam? I mean, if we're splitting hairs here, yeah. Do I believe in Easter? Do you mean like if I celebrate it? If so, not religiously, but like just as an excuse to eat Easter candy, yeah. If you read the whole Quran, how many rakats in a prayer? I'm not gonna sit here and do what is this Quranic Jeopardy? Hello, are we about to sit here and play Quran Jeopardy? I'm not about to sit here and play Quran Jeopardy with you, dude. I'm sorry. If you think I didn't believe, if you think I didn't actually read the Quran, I'm just lying for some odd reason. By all means, believe it. But thinking I'm gonna entertain some sort of quiz show with you just because you want to be entertained and goofed around with, I mean, fuck off. 72 calls on CPS. Yeah. Yep, and I have. Shut up, 42, Doug. Also, it's not even it's not even the best rapper to name yourself after. Only 2 genders. Miss me with that transphobic. I can't say the word I want to say, but the transphobia missed me with it. God would ever never ask that, so no. It sounds like you want to say no, but also don't want to say that you would disobey God, because I asked a very clear question, and we're like giving an answer to a different question. Nope, I don't worship zombies. W. Let's see here. If you believe in Easter, do you believe that Jesus came back from the dead? I mean, I acknowledge that Easter is a holiday that people celebrate, but I'm failing to see the correlation between holiday that's federally recognized that people celebrate and zombie, you know? All right, very edgy 42. Suck my toe holes? The toes even have holes? I mean, like maybe like the follicles for like the little hairs on the knuckle, like near the knuckle, I guess. I don't know. Thank you for the follow, though. I appreciate it. Add IQ test behind a question on the screen. I've met some very smart people that say yes to this too. It's not a smarts thing or an intelligence thing. It's a psychopathy thing. One hallucination and it's over. Yeah, unfortunately. I can't speak Russian, but what's up, dude? Let me translate that real quick. Let me be accommodating to my followers. Let me be a W streamer, for once in my life. All right, let's translate this. Ugh. Let's see here. I can like kind of read Cyrillic a little bit, but like even with me being able to read it, I still don't know what the fuck it's saying. What? Get up dawn base? Huh? I don't know. I don't know what a dawn base. Oh, dawn base will be free one day. Oh, I'm not sure who that is. Are there 72 people? All the ones who said yes? Yes, correct. That test was specifically for Ibrahim. Why are we talking about Genesis? Am I asking like, tell me the Genesis story, tell me the Abraham story? No, I'm not. I'm asking a very clear question, and I can't stand that people are trying to dodge it. If like, why don't we just scroll away? 4,416 people have scrolled away so far. Fair enough, right? But if you want to be in the stream and you want to engage, just answer the question. Would you do it, yes or no? If you don't want to, completely fair. Scroll away. No harm done. No skin off our nose, right? But to say like, oh, you're asking if I would unalive my child if God told me to do so? Let me tell you about the story in the Bible that's kind of addresses this. No. Like, why? I'm failed. Is there a major malfunction here? I don't know. I almost put you on a CPS calls counter, dude. Come on, Libra. Why are we doing this? No, because God wouldn't tell you to do that. That's called religious psychosis. I agree, because I think God's not real. Jesus got shish kebabbed by the Romans. That's an L right there. God Anzar is the god of rain, the goat. You know what? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah. God would never ask that because he doesn't exist. I got one thing to say to that. Put me on the counter. I'm not putting you on the counter. You asked a question that is well relevant to the Abraham story, as that's the only one that was told to raise his son as a burnt offering. How is a story that already so firstly, like, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Like, if you're a Christian in here, or if you're like religious, do you believe that God currently exists? If the answer is yes, my follow-up to that is, do you think that God is capable of asking you to do such a thing? If the answer is yes to that too, then why the fuck are we talking about old stories? Why? Let's say there was a story in the Bible where he tells a guy named I don't fucking know. Jacob. Sure, let's get another Jacob in there. He tells a guy named Jacob to go get a glass of water. And that's the whole story. It's like boring, nothing to it. It's just in the Bible. And I would say, would you get a glass of water if God told you to do so? Am I talking about the Jacob story? No. Just answer the question. Anyway, nuh-uh. Based? Repent? No, thank you. God wouldn't tell me that, broski. It sounds like we're limiting God. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So much cognitive dissonance today. Is this, what's it, cognitive dissonance Easter or something? If God talked to me, I'd admit myself to a mental facility. Me too, honestly. I do believe in God, but I don't believe in doing crazy shit for him. Based. Love to hear it. Missing some things. Marcy, thank you for the follow. Ezra's Adventures, thank you for the follow. I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I love Sko and I'm not sure. But thank you for the follow, and Salto the Track Addict, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. What does CPS calls mean? Basically calls to Child Protective Services. It's representative of the number of people that have said yes throughout the stream. My God would never ask such things. I mean, technically you're right, because your God's not real, but you know, beside the point. There's so many news stories. The New Testament's the most pagan text I've ever seen. In a way. Imagine being so egomaniacal that you think your religion is the right one when dozens of more preceded yours. And not only that, but imagine being so egomaniacal that you think out of the entire universe, trillions and sextillions of galaxies, each one holding trillions and quadrillions and an uncountable number of planets, right? And you think the entire universe was made just for you on this one planet. That's the third planet from a random yellow dwarf star. Is it yellow dwarf? I don't know, a yellow star. I know that much, but imagine that. The whole universe created just for you, for some hairless apes. Imagine. Read it once, try the Quran, which I've read the Quran already, dude. All right, let me get you out of here. You're crashing out. We got crash out for Muhammad. Hate to see it, but go ahead, get you on out of here. Put user in timeout, 24 hours. I'll see you next time. Appreciate you, dude. But yeah. Weren't you the one trying to quiz me on the Quran earlier? And I'm like, oh, I read it. You're like, oh, let me do a pop quiz. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do a pop quiz. You're like, oh, let me just spam read the Quran. It'll change your life. You know what, reading the Quran, if I read the Quran and like took it to heart and was like, okay, perfect word of God, I'm a Muslim now. You know what that's going to confine me to? I can't even say it because TikTok takes me down, but thinking that Muhammad was a perfect man, a man that boinked 9-year-olds when he was 54. So, yeah. All right, CG, I'm gonna go ahead and get you on out of here. Appreciate you stopping by though, but yeah, we don't do the whole like street preaching, whatever the fuck. That's not the space for that. But yes, thanks for stopping by though. I would also want CPS. You're about to find out. No, but CPS calls is basically the number of people that have said yes throughout the stream. I've missed some, and I've also there's also been some people that were trolling, so I'm gonna assume like maybe half of these are true, but even still, like 37 people, 36 people is just still way too many. Christians have to obey God so they will unalive babies, as in 1 Samuel 15 verse 3. Yeah, and that's really crazy to think about. And you know it's fucked up. Like there was 400 years between the events of between like the Amalekites attacking the Israelites and the events of 1 Samuel 15:3. And so it's like if God can wait 400 years to exact revenge, you think he won't wait another couple thousand? Like, come on, man. Girl, stop ignoring me. You're getting filtered. I'm not ignoring you. Big difference. Whatever you're saying is too spicy for TikTok. And I know you're getting filtered because I don't know. If you disobey God, you are unalived by God, just like a North Korea dictator. Yeah, you can go ahead and just unalive me at that point. Ask me to murk my kid. I mean, just do what you gotta do. But yeah, it's not happening to me. You're gonna keep trying. All right, go for it. Oh, I'd do it even if he didn't tell me to. Yeah, hardy har har. Do I have a? Oh yeah, I do. Of course I do. That's me every time somebody makes like one of these like super edgy like out there jokes. Like, oh, I would do it for a sandwich and $2. It's like, okay, that's fun. Is it because you said daddy? It might be because. Wait, did you say daddy? Don't say that. Let's not do that. let's or did he? Maybe did he? I don't know. Why don't you believe in God? I don't believe in God because I don't see any evidence for God existing. You do it for a Big Mac and a Coke. Coke isn't even that good. Hot take, I can't stand cola. If it's not Dr. Pepper, that shit is awful. I can't stand a cola. Like, oh, Coke is better. Oh, Pepsi's better. Oh, RC is better. All of them fucking suck. Let's start there. Second law of thermodynamics disproves the Big Bang. Tell me you don't know science without telling me you don't know science. Dr. Pepper's too sweet. It can be. Depends on where you get it. Cherry Pepsi. Cherry Pepsi's not that bad. Add some flavor into the cola, it gets a little bit better. But if you're just sitting there drinking like regular Coke or regular cola and you're just having a good time, I don't know. You need to, I don't know. You probably have some kinks we need to know about. Yeah, God so mercifully slaughters thousands of men, women, and children. Yeah. Slaughter everybody, even their animals, just and their kids. Just take them all out the equation because it's something they did 400 years ago. The people that did it would have been dead by then, but yeah, sure. Very merciful, very loving God. Yeah. Diet Coke supremacy. Diet Coke's even worse. I don't know why people like that shit. You can very clearly tell it's diet. If you drink Diet Coke, I don't know. I think the worst of you. You would do whatever Daddy God told you to. He is the one true Savior. He is King. All right, come on. Reading that word always. Never mind. You have evidence? Sure, let's hear your evidence. Surely somebody named Root Beer Goober on TikTok will have evidence for God. We'll have such revolutionary evidence that it's going to end the debate of whether or not a God is real once and for all. Absolutely. Are humans an accident? Why did God create us? I don't think humans are an accident. I think humans are a result, like a natural result of the universe being the way it is. If that makes sense. Let's see what we got here. Where did he command to kill animals? 1 Samuel 15:3. I'll even read it. Why not? God always forgives you when he sends people to eternal suffering. That's why I always look at people really weird when they just come in and say like, oh, God loves you. God loves you. It's like, oh, he loves me so much I need to quote unquote repent and do all this shit to not burn in hell. Like, fuck off, dude. 1 Samuel 15:3. Let's get it on here. One of my favorite verses, and before anybody says context, I want to read the 2 verses before it and the 2 verses after it, just because I feel like it. Why not? New Revised Standard Version. It couldn't matter less which one I picked. I'm gonna go for the UE though. NRSV UE. Steniamin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Saul defeats the Amalekites but spares their king. That's the whole. That's the that's the point of the verse of the point of the chapter, or at least this excerpt from it. 1 Samuel 15:1 through. Yeah, let's go until I feel like it. Samuel said to Saul, "The Lord sent me to anoint you king over his people Israel. Now therefore listen to the words of the Lord. Thus says the Lord of hosts, I will punish the Amalekites for what they did in opposing the Israelites when they came up out of Egypt. Now go and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have. Do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant, ox and sheep, camel and donkey." So Saul summoned the people and numbered them in Telaim, 200,000 foot soldiers and 10,000 soldiers of Judah. Saul came to the city of the Amalekites and lay in wait in the valley. Saul said to the Kenites, "Go, leave, withdraw from among the Amalekites, or I will destroy you with them, for you showed kindness to all the Israelites when they came up out of Egypt." So the Kenites withdrew from the Amalekites. Saul defeated the Amalekites from Havilah as far as Shur, which is east of Egypt. He took King Agag of the Amalekites alive, but utterly destroyed all of the people with the edge of the sword. So yeah, just murking kids, animals, men, women, donkeys, transportation, and eating animals alike. He just said, fuck it, all of you gotta go. Kids too, let's not forget that. Infants, babies. Daddy said free abortions for everyone. Yeah, that was an unplanned parenthood. Anyway, thank you. I can't see the blank username, but thank you for the follow. Shane, thank you for the follow. And Kick, thank you for the follow as well. Science shows that if gravity was a little bit more powerful, the universe would crush up into a ball. And if we want to imply like the universe is the way that it is, it can allow for things to exist in the way that they do, therefore God exists. I mean, that's just putting the ball before the horse. I mean, the carriage before the horse, right? Also, question mark, thank you for the follow. And John, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, it's like, oh, things are the way that they are when they could have been different, therefore God. It's just like, I think that's self-centered first off, but I mean, even my personal feelings outside of it, it's just like, I'm failing to see how, just the way that things are when there's no way that we can compare it to the way that things could be is just going to get us anywhere. Ribbon emoji, thank you for the follow. Never in my life would, W. I really like your voice. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Do you do audiobooks? No, I don't do audiobooks. I think I should, though. I get that a lot. I don't know if anybody will hire me. It's hard to find a job, man. If I didn't have the one job I had now, I would. I tried to look for a second job recently. Oh, man. It is so hard to find a job. ASMR channel when? I don't know. Depends on how much money I can make from it, TBH. If you have no purpose without Jesus, then I feel bad for you. Yeah. If you need a storybook character to have purpose in life, then, I mean, get therapy or something. No matter how religious I get, I will never. W. Love to hear it. You 100% should. I would if I got hired for it, but I don't know if any like this. How does one even get into that industry? I want to do like a podcast of some sort. I don't know what I would yap about though. People who do things because God told them to need help. Indeed they do. They need some Seroquel, some Xanax, just all the things. Some people get into religious psychosis and that's a scary and real thing. Yeah, I've witnessed it before. Shit's wild. Mormons would do it without question. Yeah, unfortunately. That works do Reddit stories. Ooh, I should do Reddit stories. I feel like AI is taking over though. Somebody could just make a voice similar to mine with AI. So I don't know. I think the days of doing like faceless content that can be replicated by AI, it's just, I don't know. Your voice has a future on Quinn. Who or what? What is that? That's why their characters, people love their characters. They want to see their characters win. Yeah, exactly. 73. I can't believe it. How did the universe even happen? Something must happen. Huh? How did the universe happen? Something must happen. How did it happen? Something's got to happen. I don't know. God brought back my electricity when there was a blackout. He brought back your electricity, but he let a kid with leukemia die. Fuck off. You don't know who Quinn is or what Quinn is? No, I don't. I don't know what a Quinn is. I'm 28 years old. I turned 29 in 4 days. I don't know these things. AI isn't the same as a real human voice. True, 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 true. r/storytime and a few others that I know of. Personally, I would love it. I might try that out. Yeah, just in my free time. Why not? Don't Google it then. I mean, just the name Quinn probably wouldn't come up with very many results, right? It isn't concrete proof, but it can show that there could be a Lord balancing it out. I mean, I don't work in coulds, you know. I mean, if I just wanted to entertain coulds, I would say like there could be a I don't know, there could be a God up there that values people not believing in it and gives you your own universe when you die, you know? That's not going to get me very far. Are you an atheist or agnostic? I'm both. I don't believe in a God, so I'm an atheist, but I don't know if there is a God or not. I don't think such a thing is knowable, so I'm agnostic too. Quinn is like an app. All right, let's look this up real quick. Let's figure this out here. Quinn is an app. Quinn app. Let's see what we got here. Quinn is the app for spicy audio stories. What the huh? I probably would try this. Like, unironically at this point, yeah. I'm gonna go now, but I enjoyed your stream. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, man. Have a good rest of your night, day, whatever time it is. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah, I would consider it. If it paid well, I'd consider it. Yeah. Don't bring in facts that will be true in the future to what we are speaking about currently. It doesn't add to the conversation. True. See here. Got a dream. Demons were watching. You couldn't see the demons. You yelled to Jesus, Archangel Michael, in a dream for help. You woke up. It was unsettling. That's something, man. It's if we were to just say like dreams dictate reality, though, I mean that could get me a lot further. Six million people died because of that book. Indeed, indeed, yeah. Unfortunately, some of which were my ancestors. I'm a quarter native, so yeah, I can, maybe not firsthand, obviously, but you know, I got a vengeance against it for sure. I think personally, there's two sides to this. I think religion is stupid, but it still enforces good practices and values. For example, respect, responsibility. It's a good practice. I think that these things can be taught without religion. I feel like I would agree, let me be graceful. You're right. I would technically agree with you that it does teach good things or could teach good things. I think it teaches good things and bad things. That being said, the fact that people don't follow the good things in their religion all the time shows that it's like a human desire is probably more going to be more powerful of a force than just you know than just having these religions telling you to do a good thing or not. So I feel like and if that's the case, I feel like we could figure it out better without religion. I only say it because it's very book talk girly. Oh, sheesh. If you're on book talk, I mean, I don't want to see what your drawers look like. The popular creators usually have really deep voices. At this point, yeah, I might check it out. Native American and people don't talk much about the genocide of us enough. Yeah, man. My God damn it, I keep forgetting, dude. My grandfather's tribe was Blackfoot. You know, he was Blackfoot. So yeah, I've heard some shit, dude. Obviously not firsthand, you know. He's pretty far removed from the genocides. Well, was when he was alive, but yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it at there. You're not on book talk? All right. I'll take your word for it. I don't believe you, but yeah, I'll take your word for it. Anyway. Brazil made fun of God, then the power went out, but the churches didn't. They shine brighter. That sounds like a petty God, doesn't it, right? Oh, you made fun of me? I'm going to turn off your electricity, which is inevitably going to kill some people because the people on life support and shit. So yeah, I'm going to kill some people and just make some people's lives inconvenient for something that only a few people among them did, but then make sure to keep the churches on. Like, is that the God you worship? That's the God you worship? Sounds like a petty piece of shit to me, personally. That's just me, though. That's just me. Heck no. W. Decomposing. Heck no is the good answer. Anything other than heck no, fuck no, absolutely not, or just like a plain nah. Yeah. I was so disappointed when I got on TikTok and realized the book content was, yeah. I mean, when you really think about it, every niche really gets poisoned on TikTok. Like, look at debate talk. What is it? Just talking over each other, screaming over each other, doing like this weird, like, intellectually dishonest performance pieces and shit. It's just, that got poisoned. I mean, there's book talk, obviously. There's, I mean, let's not even get into anime talk, right? Funny story. No, I'm not gonna get too far into that, but without going too much into it, like kink talk, instead of just having like education about different kind of kinks that people might have, like that got poisoned. TikTok ruins everything, dude. Or at least the people on it are just like, it attracts the weirdest of the weird. Maybe not to Reddit level, maybe not to like 4chan level, obviously, but yeah. Yeah. The last book I read was Master and the Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. I haven't heard of that, but if it's got margaritas in it, no thanks. I can't stand tequila. I would not, but I don't think he would. I would not, but I don't think he would say that. I don't think he would say that either on account of God not existing. I was here an hour ago and the CPS counter was at 66, 13. Yeah. It's, yeah. You're also in that. Yeah, I agree with it. It does need more education involved. Yeah, it's like people have seen enough of like the people, and I mean, there's, yes, I'm not, never mind, but there's enough of what happens in there. We're, you know, I say we're, I'm not on that shit, but there's more than enough to go around. If it was more like a, you know, normalizing different kinks that people had, then I wouldn't feel so. Yeah, I'll go from there. Nico is a bum. Why do you have to say that about Nico? You say yes, you would. So I'm gonna go ahead and get you on there. 74. Ugh, there we go. I haven't updated it on. To be fair, like the viewership is dwindling, so probably do gotta call it here eventually. The fool says in his heart there is no God. Oh boy, oh boy. I said there's no God. Bible says if you say this thing, you're a fool. Therefore, I fool. Oops. Yep. If you don't believe in this book with the talking snakes and the flood that didn't happen and a literal zombie and somebody being born of a virgin, then you're a fool. Like, sure, I guess. Imagine being in court and the judge says, why'd you kill your child? And you just reply, because God told me to. Yeah, throw that motherfucker under the jail. Let's see, y'all atheists tell me how on earth nothing made something. If your whole argument has to hinge upon like putting words in people's mouths, it's a bad argument. Just by default. You've already lost. You know? Imagine if I were to say, hey Christians, why do you think God farted out the universe? I lose by default, because that's not what Christianity claims. I've read the Bible twice. It's not the claims of it. But imagine if I said that though. So I don't know what to tell you. The Master and Margarita was written in Soviet Union times and was censored. Oh, hell yeah. I think the last book I've read was, never mind, I'm not going to say it, but yeah. Your fiance's name is Nico and he's asleep beside me. I was so confused. Oh, somebody thinks he's a bum then. Make sure to tell him that. Here, am religious and honestly not. W. Big W. Big W. No, because it's probably a test to test our heart. Why can't you just say no? What's wrong with saying no? Surely you could have just said no there, right? Instead of it's like, oh, here's my justification so I can still don't have to type out that I would disobey God. Like, surely we could just say no, right? I don't know why Christians think atheists owe them respect when they think we're going to burn in hell. Yeah, you know, it's like, I could do if somebody genuinely thought that about me and their whole shtick was like, I'm trying to legitimately save you. I'm genuinely convinced of this bad thing that's going to happen to you, and I just legitimately want to save you from it because I genuinely care about you. I mean, I really want to be cynical about it, but I'd at least appreciate that, right? But a lot of the DMs I get and comments I get, like people are, I mean, these motherfuckers are like, they're happy about it. Oh, you don't believe what I believe? Oh, you're gonna burn, buddy. LOL, LMAO, skull emoji. It's like, fuck you. But then they want to look at me crazy when I call religion cancer. It's like, all right, dude. You're just saying no? Okay, got you. W. Second time the stream has popped up when I doom scroll. You should probably stop the doom scrolling then. Or like doom scroll through another app. Or like make something to eat. That's pretty cool too. You should probably make something to eat. They're like praying we're gonna burn. Yes, it's like they need to feel so vindicated about it. It's so weird. Like there's no way I could think that somebody's gonna burn for all of eternity or get tortured or whatever the fuck you think hell is. Like this bad thing is gonna happen to somebody because they aren't convinced of the same things I'm convinced of. And then I'm happy about it. Like, oh, I feel vindicated now. Hardy horror. It's like fucking. I can't say on this app what I want to say. Well, on this app in general, but especially on this account what I want to say. But yeah, you gotta go if that's how you think. This is an easy no. Anyone saying yes, please call the nearest asylum, please. For the love of Gorsh, call the nearest asylum. What would God ever tell me this? He wouldn't, because he doesn't exist. But if you think that God does exist, I mean, is he capable of it? If yes, then why are we asking what he would or wouldn't do? Christ's blood is the payment. Y'all whole religion, just to make sure we're on the same page, your whole religion revolves around human sacrifice. It's a blood cult. It's a death cult. It's a blood cult. It's a death cult. The literal whole religion is revolving around human sacrifice. I want you to like do with that what you will, but think about that for a second. Blood and death. Oh, this person that was so holy and so good, he died. Was brutally beaten for it. Turned it just Swiss cheese, just absolutely slimed out. Just completely, totally slimed out. For your sins. And it's a good thing that it happened. Like, tell me that's not a psychotic religion. Please tell me that's not psychotic. Why are we celebrating death? If you're getting to the point of celebrating death, I think you should maybe take a step back and think about why you believe the things you do. I don't think that's too radical or revolutionary to say. Anyway. They can't wait to come and say, see, told you. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people that say that just like aren't necessarily convinced themselves or 100% convinced. So, you know, I forgot my train of thought. I am very toasted right now. I am very, very toasted. Super duper toasted. I should probably get to sleep soon. I'm not going to, but probably should. Very toasted. Hey friend, nice to see you again. Can always count on you when I can't sleep. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you find my stream so fucking boring that you sleep through it. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm glad to see you here. Love you need to sleep. Oh, you have a good rest of your night. Guessing your name's Ezra? I'm guessing your name's Ezra. I don't know. Unless you just like really like the dude who played the Flash. But anyway, yeah, you have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you being here. Nice to meet you. He knew what he would be going through, yet he still did it for us. Again, we're celebrating death here. Oh, like, oh, I need to sleep. Oh, yeah, I do. Me and sleep have a weird relationship, though. Yeah, it's a weird relationship with me and sleep. Yeah, your name's Ezra. No, nice to meet you. I'm gonna shake your hand now, but I'm gonna spit in my hand beforehand, just to make it that much more weird. There are several trumpets throughout, not just to announce the rapture. Isn't the rapture post-biblical? Like, I've read the Bible twice. I didn't see anything about the rapture in there. And all the evidence points back to it being some sort of like 1850s sort of deal. That's fine. I accept. All right, cool. I had a weird nightmare last night, so I'm not sleeping tonight. Good luck. Funny story. I've never been subscribed. Fuck, I'm thinking too much about YouTube. I've never been prescribed Seroquel, but I took it once. I mean, I've taken it quite a few times, but I took it once for sleep. And I was like, because like the thing with Seroquel is that it's really strong. So you only need like a bit of the pill to like get effects from it. But if you take the whole thing, like you're gonna be out like a fucking light. And so I was out like a light. I had the worst nightmare of my life. I still remember it vividly. It was like abstract horror. It was I couldn't believe it. I'm so glad I woke up. I mean, obviously I had no choice but to eventually, but yeah, it was so abstract. You were like clowns and shit being made from the dirt underneath me. Like random staircases appearing out of nowhere. That's like the worst kind of horror for me. I can't like abstract horror is like there's no other type of horror that really gets me like abstract horror. It fucks me up. If I can't wrap my mind around it, I freak the fuck out. How you doing, Syra? How's your day going? How's your day? How's your night? How's your all of the things? How are you? So yeah, that was the worst nightmare of my life. I remember it so vividly. I don't want to go back. You're feeling anxious? I got some leftover capons for you. I got you. I'll just throw it to your location. Just chuck it on across the United States for you. Stumbled upon this place and I'm confused. Is it a pro-religious, anti-religious, or religious interested in investigative place? Anti-religious. Anti-religious. I'm an atheist. Bordering anti-theist. I think religion is dangerous. I think it can lead to some atrocities. It has led to atrocities. And so, yeah, pretty anti-religious space. You don't do horror of any kind. I love horror, just not the abstract kind. I can't watch like It, with Pennywise the clown. Couldn't do it. And it's not clowns that get me. I have no issue with clowns. Right, like killer clowns from outer space. If that even counted as horror, that was more so like sci-fi horror-ish. But like Terrifier, I have no issue with clowns, but things that are just like really incomprehensible, just shape-shifting, hard to figure out, it freaks me out. I short circuit. It's really bad. I used to get recurring dreams. My teeth were falling out so vivid too. Ugh, I had one of those once. Then I woke up with just the plain 31 teeth I've always had. Well, not always, but yeah. For the Christians here, the correct answer to this question is yes. Otherwise, you're rebelling. No, the correct answer is no. We should probably not murk our own kids at the behest of a god. I call me revolutionary, call me radical, but I don't think we should be murking our kids or, saying we would do such a thing. In terms of what you learned over the day, do you agree with the more positive values of most religions, or do you believe in something else? I feel like the positive things that I do believe in about how you should live your life aren't co-opted by religion, or at least shouldn't be. Like Golden Rule, that was not necessarily religious to start. It was just something that was practiced in later religions. Love thy neighbor, all this, that, and the third. It's I don't think that religion should be the ones to co-opt these things. So I hope that answers the question a little bit. It's like I do agree with the positives of some religions, but mostly because those positives aren't exclusive to that religion. Like I don't need one particular holy book to tell me not to go killing people. I think that's absurd. This question is anti-Mayan. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. No, you wouldn't. W. Everyone love Talon? Talon? I don't know, but W. Love to hear it. You've piqued my interest, good sir. I think I shall stick around. You don't have much longer to stick around. I would say, this is me just selling out, but I would suggest just hitting a little subscribe button because I'm going to be getting off here soon. Root Beer Goober, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You should make a podcast I'd listen. I would love to. I don't want to sit here and yap to myself though. I don't like when I record videos and I just like and I gotta just sit in front of the microphone just yapping away. I hate it. Can't stand it. At least now when I have like the illusion of people listening to me, like at least people who are just words on the screen, it's just like I'm cool with that. That's fine. But if I'm just sitting here, nobody on the screen, no messages, nobody talking back, just yap away, I get uncomfortable. I don't like that too much. So I'd probably want like a co-host of some sort and have something to talk about. You'd be a good interviewer, I think. You're good at having chemistry with people. Oh, no, but thank you. I think of like the channels. If I were to get a lot more followers or like make a lot more money off of it, not like like well, yeah, like livable amount of money off of it, then that will probably be what I get into. Want to like travel around doing like going to like religious demonstrations and different churches and mosques and synagogues and temples and shit. Asking people what they believe, why they believe the things they do. Maybe not being a shitbag about it. Just opening up the, showing perspectives. I feel like that would be pretty fun, but, maybe in the future, I guess we'll see. But, yeah. Why are you ignoring my comment? I don't know. Did you get filtered? To be fair, I have been yapping. I probably did just completely miss it. Nope, you got filtered. That's why I'm ignoring your comment, because your comment didn't come through. What religion are you? I'm an atheist. I'm a-religious. I'm not religious at all. If God tells me to do something that I think isn't moral, then I'm not going to follow him. W. You want to legally change your name to root beer? That would, never mind. Knowing if anyone says yes, they're not a Christian. Based. Let's see what we got here. Nobody should be agreeing to that. I agree. I don't think anybody should ever want to consider murking their own flesh and blood at the behest of a God, especially a God that claims to be all loving. He unchained. He is unchained. Yep. I was chained and now I'm unchained. That's where I got the name from. So God promised Abraham that we're just talking about Abraham instead of answering a question. Hate to see it. Every day I think about how RuPaul is literally named after a Louisiana Creole cooking ingredient. No shit. Seriously? No shit. I just wish people trusted each other more than instead of arguing. Yeah. The more like antagonistic I am, like the little sarcastic, the sarcasm and the outright aggression I show towards some people, it's learned behavior. I would love to just be respectful to everybody. I try my best to be, but people make that very hard. People make that very, very hard. So yeah, I wish I could be just less on edge with people in this space, because I feel like there's something really important to talk about, but just way too many people are interested in being dishonest, being obtuse, being aggressive and performing and being disrespectful and just trying to get one over. So that's who I gotta be too. Average Discord mod? What? So Jesus died like everybody and that somehow saved us all, right? Imagine being the god of the entire universe, but you choose to show yourself as like some random dude in Judea, in Israel, a couple thousand years ago. Legally change your name to John Quavius. Why would I? Is that racially motivated? I believe in God, but I don't really care if you do or not. It's your decision. Based. I used Duolingo for a bit and then I stopped. I got that shit off my phone. I felt threatened after I missed like 2 lessons. Just being given the money will not prove your value. That's my assumption. I never said anything about value. I said that like the reason I want to make money from this is because I want to travel, and travel is expensive and I'm not going to pay for travel out of pocket, especially for like the audience I have now. I think that would be absurd. So yeah, I would actually want to be able to take this channel somewhere. So I don't think that's too much to ask for, or too much to desire, at least. Doesn't Duolingo use AI now? Oh, do they? Ah, fuck, man. You would never? W Harmony, love to hear it. Where do you want to travel to? Funny story, I want to travel to literally every single country on the planet if it were possible, but that's just physically impossible, because I mean, there's North Korea, they're not letting people in, especially Americans. Some places are just unsafe to go to. They're not having a good time right now. So, like Central African Republic, the Congo's not having a fun time right now. But there's like 40 different countries on my list. There's like mostly all of South America, like Bolivia, Colombia, Brazil, obviously, like no shit, right? Chile, Argentina, literally every single country if I had the chance to, but so many countries have like visa, like long drawn out visa processes and stuff. It's just likely not going to happen. America's not having a good time either. Indeed, we're not. Indeed, we're not. It's just not looking too good. But I mean, I can say I didn't vote for it, so you know, I could at least sleep at night knowing that. I love Brazil. Brazilians are so fucking funny, dude. They're so fucking funny for no reason. I got a couple friends I met from Brazil, like with my old I used to do gaming content mostly, and then I switched over to this. And I met some people from Brazil, and they're just each one is funnier than the last. I don't know what the fuck they do down there, but yeah. What's up, Jurgens? How you doing? I've always wanted to visit my Kemetic goddess temples in Egypt, the Temple of Dendera especially. Yeah, Egypt's on the list for sure. Probably not the pyramids though, because I got a really short temper with like scammers and people that want to like get in your face and shit. Let one dude touch me, trying to like give me a quote unquote gift for free, and then like trying to make me pay for it later. Let somebody touch me without my permission. I'm going to elbow them in the face. I'm sorry. I can't stand when people touch me without my permission. So yeah, that wouldn't go too well. So I probably should stay away from like the more touristy areas of Egypt. But in general, people like Middle East and Northern Africa are really awesome. Just the really, really touristy spots it's really bad. Is it 74 tonight? Yeah, 74 so far. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, man. Are you streaming on YouTube too? I am. I'm live on YouTube at the moment. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. I plan to go live to like Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Kick, Trovo, everywhere I can, honestly. But you know, having some issues with Streamlabs, so I just haven't even tried. But yeah, you can check out my YouTube if you want to. Go to my link in my bio on the TikTok. Should be the one at the very top. The way you ignore YouTube chat's diabolical. I see YouTube chat. I see them, but they're just like talking among themselves mostly. You like George Washington's style of political leadership? Didn't he have slaves though? Be careful with Facebook. They have the most crazies. I'm counting on it. I feel like I'll be okay on Facebook because I don't have like an American audience on there. I only got like 100 followers on Facebook, but I think something to the tune of like 90 something % of them are Filipino. Facebook's really huge over in the Philippines. I don't know why I caught on in their algorithm, but yeah. Apparently Mel Gibson's sequel to The Passion of the Christ is about Jesus going to hell. That'll be fun, I'm sure. Oh man, he's going off the deep end. I'm going to be seated in. My mom made me watch Passion of the Christ when it first came out. I was 8, by the way, just for the record. I was 8 years old in 2004. And it was one of the movies I was made to watch. And I was like, God damn, this is brutal. You know, I don't know. Isn't Mel Gibson like extremely anti-Semitic? He is. Yeah, that should be fun. The fact that you have to make 74 calls is unfortunate. No, that's a joke, if that's any consolation, but it is unfortunate that 74 people have said yes so far. To a god, humans are mere animals. Bearing this in mind, does that make Jesus God's persona? What the fuck? Hello. Huh? His persona? What the fuck? All right, man. Okay, man. All right. All right, kitty cat law. Okay, enough. Jeez. Anyway, the magician, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Kate said no W. Look at Abraham in Genesis 22. I've read the Bible twice. I'm not seeing how the Genesis story relates to this question though. George Washington did have slaves, yes, but I wasn't referring to that, more or less his political values. I'm not going to trust the values of anybody that thinks that owning people as property was a good thing to do, political or not. Somebody could tell me like 2 + 2 = 4, and I'll believe them until I find out that they own slaves or think that's a good thing to do. Then I want to start questioning that. Is that rational? No. Do I hate slavery? Obviously, yeah. pretty obvious reasons if you can't hear it in my voice. I don't think you have it relates completely to this question. No, it doesn't. Because I'm asking because like I'm gonna show you very quickly why it doesn't relate to this question, or at least it shouldn't. Do you think that God exists currently? Like, do you think that as we are right now in this moment, God exists? If your answer is yes to that, do you think that God's all powerful, meaning he can do anything, he's capable of anything, which would include the ability to ask somebody to murder their kid? Now, whether or not you think that's something that he did to somebody else when he asked them to do that is going to relate to you, I mean, you're allowed to think that, but, you know, trying to use that as your answer is just not going to cut it. Owning human beings like property immediately disqualifies you from any discussion of morality, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree 100%. It's like, even taking my emotions out of it for a second, that's why I really give the side out of Christians that are like, okay, you can't justify morality without this book or this God, because like, I think genocide's awful. The God of this book thinks that genocide is a permissible thing to do, at least, you know, to people in Genesis 7, right? So, very clear lack of congruency there. Meaning this God can't be responsible for my morals, or at least that this God made me to morally disagree with him. If that's the case, then like, where are we getting our argument from? Same thing with pedophilia. Numbers 22, not Numbers 22, Numbers 31, my bad. Same thing with, you know, essay, Deuteronomy 22. Same thing with slavery, Leviticus 25. Same thing with infanticide, 1 Samuel 15. I mean, familicide, if you want to go that far, the Gospels, right? So, yeah, I'm not seeing why the God that thinks these things are permissible is the God that I got my morality from. Why does Numbers have insane stuff in it? I don't know what you mean. The correct answer is no, right? The correct answer should be no. Yeah. What's the CPS calls counter represent? The number of calls that I would hypothetically make to Child Protective Services for people saying yes. So 74 people so far have said yes. I mean, a lot more than that. I've missed quite a few, but I wasn't expecting this stream to be as active as it was, so I've missed quite a few. Hassan said yes, though. Let me add you to the list. 75. Ugh, skadoosh. There we go. I'm not a weird person. Thank you for the follow. I feel like if you have to name yourself though, you probably are a weird person. No offense. I like weird people though. Yahweh doesn't like human sacrifice. The literal entirety of the religion is based off of human sacrifice. Let's can it with the just. I could say things that don't make sense either. The sky is yellow. Sure. The book of Numbers. Can't forget Numbers. Oh, why does Numbers have insane stuff in it? Oh, I love this one. Wait, Numbers 31. It's one of my favorite ones to talk about. As someone raised religious, never felt comfortable around religious people after Leviticus 20:13. Yeah, there's a lot of the different stories in the Bible that can make you look at people differently. 1 second, let me look this one up real quick. Shit, son of a bitch. Gotta spell it right. Numbers 31. I think it's like 17 through 19. I'll just go through the whole chapter. Why not? The disposition of captives and plunder after return from the war. No, that's a little too far down. The return from the war. Okay, I'll just read from verse 13. Moses, Eleazar the priest, and all the leaders of the congregation went to meet them outside the camp. Moses became angry with the officers of the army, the commanders of thousands, and the commanders of hundreds who had come from the service in the war. Moses said to them, "Have you allowed all the women to live? These women here, on Balaam's advice, made the Israelites act treacherously against the Lord in the affair of Peor, so that the plague came among the congregation of the Lord. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has known a man by sleeping with him. But all the young girls who have not known a man by sleeping with them, keep alive for yourselves." Literally condoning pedophilia. This is Moses, at least, to be fair, but I mean, Moses is the most important person in the Old Testament, so I mean, do we want to argue that Moses was a false prophet? Context, please. I just read the context. It's about the return from the war, as mentioned in 31. Leviticus 26:14-33 talks about all the horrible things he would do to disobedient people. Yeah, Leviticus was a wild one, dude. I don't know how anybody, and I mean anybody, reads Leviticus and it's like, okay, this is the God of my morality, yeah, for sure. If you do, stay far the fuck away from me. The fact that you can escape back then when there was no police or ID, huh? You must be reading something out of be particular. Oh yes, but it was different slavery from what you think. It was like African American slavery. This is one of my favorite ones to talk about because I have personal invested interest in it, honestly. But let's go to Leviticus 25. Yeah, like half of me says, talk about this at length. So let's talk about it. Let's see here. Where are you? All right, I'll start from 39. I'm reading from Leviticus chapter 25, verse 39. If any who are dependent on you become so impoverished that they sell themselves to you, you shall not make them serve as slaves. They shall remain with you as hired or bound laborers. They shall serve with you until the year of Jubilee. Then they and their children with them shall go out from your authority. They shall go back to their own family and return to their ancestral property. So he's talking about Israelites here. For they are my servants whom I brought out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as slaves are sold. Talking about people being brought out of Egypt. Obviously, this is Leviticus. He's talking about the Israelites because they were brought out of Egypt during the Exodus. That's kind of the whole point of the book of Exodus. But anyway, you shall not rule over them with harshness, but shall fear your God. So basically saying if you are Israelite, you owe somebody a debt. You can have them for 7 years, but you got to let them go after 7 years. Okay, fair. For fellow Israelites. Now, why am I mentioning that and shoot my argument in the foot? Hold on for a second. 44. As for the male and female slaves whom you may have, it is from the nations around you that you may acquire male and female slaves. You may also acquire them from among the aliens residing with you and from their families who are with you, who have been born in your land. They may be your property. You may keep them as a possession for your children after you, for them to inherit as property. These you may treat as slaves, but as for your fellow Israelites, no one shall rule over the other with harshness. So making a very clear delineation between the people that were to only be, bound laborers for 7 years, who are your fellow Israelites, and everybody else who wasn't an Israelite, fuck them, have them as property the same way that Americans own black people as property before, 1865. So yes, it's exactly the exact same type of slavery. Property, chattel slavery. Yes, that is correct. So this whole different type of slavery. Firstly, why are we justifying any kind of slavery? Let's start there, right? But if we absolutely have to, why are we trying to lie about what kind of slavery was being permitted for non-Israelites back then? Anyway, you should read Judges 19:20-29. It'll totally change you over to Christianity. Judges 19:22-29. Oh, this should be fun. The politics behind convincing Americans that they are suffering in Korea and only America is free and successful. Yeah. Wait. See, yes, Jesus is king. Somebody says Jesus is king after saying they would murk their kid is actually fucking insane, but sure. 76. Why not? Judges 19:22-29. Judges 19. 19 through 20. Yeah, let's go for the whole chapter. Why not? Oh no. While they were enjoying themselves, the men of the city of perverse Lot surrounded the house and started pounding on the door. They said to the old man, the master of the house, bring out the... Oh, wait. Why did that disappear? God doesn't want me to read the Bible? The fuck? Anyway. The perverse Lot surrounded the house and started pounding on the door. They said to the old man, the master of the house, bring out the man who came into your house, that we may have intercourse with him. And the man, the master of the house, went out to them and said to them, no, my brothers, do not act so wickedly. Since this man is my guest, do not do this vile thing. Here are my virgin daughter and his concubine. Let me bring them out now, ravish them, and do whatever you want to them. But against this man, do not do such a vile thing. But then the men would not listen to him, so the men seized his concubine and put her out to them. They wantonly essayed her and abused her all through the night until the morning. And as the dawn began to break, they let her go. As morning appeared, the woman came and fell down at the door of the man's house where her master was until it was light. In the morning, her master got up, opened the doors of the house, and when he went out to go on his way, there was this woman, his concubine, lying at the door of the house with her hands on the threshold. "Get up," he said to her. "We are going." But there was no answer. Then he put her on the donkey, and the man set out for his home. When he had entered his house, he took a knife, and grasping his concubine, he cut her into 12 pieces, limb by limb, and sent her throughout all the territory of Israel. Then he commanded the men whom he sent, saying, Thus shall you say to all of the Israelites, has such a thing ever happened since the day that the Israelites came up from the land of Egypt until this day? Consider it, take counsel, and speak out. You know what's kind of funny about the Bible? There's like a bunch of different translations of it: NRSV, KJV, NIV, whatever the fuck, right? There's one called the ICB, the International Children's Bible. And stories like that aren't excluded from it. They just use less like smaller words. They try to, use smaller synonyms for the words so that children can understand it, but they don't take shit like that out. About slicing up an SA victim who was only so brutally assaulted because the people that did it wanted some man ass. Like, come on, man. Nolan, thank you for the follow. Guys, got pissed at me and glitched my internet. Let's get an L God in the chat. Nice. If you need analytics to tell you you are happy, to tell you they are happy, then the society is dull and sad. True. Yeah, I can hear you, Adri. Can I? I don't know. Uneducated skeptic. W name. Aphikyle Major, thank you for the follow. I'm 100% Christian now after hearing that. Praise the Lord. Yeah, praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise God. Father. No, I'm not even doing that tonight. I got to get off here soon. It's been a long day. Long day. Longest of long days. See here. Yeah, you would. Why would anyone not? I think I already got you earlier. In case I didn't know, let me make sure to put you on now. Christians need to learn what the circular reason means. I just had the displeasure of a 30-minute debate. The trick is, ask them if there's anything that you can say or any information you can give them that would make them believe that they are wrong about what they currently think. And if they say no, probably not worth the time. Or are they playing Roblox on YouTube chat? I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know, man. But yeah, let me add the CPS call before I forget. But yeah, that's why when it comes to debating people, I'm so reserved about it nowadays, because it's like, and I'm just so sick of it. I just can't do intellectually dishonest people. That's a waste of my time. To me, I've digested atheism so much, and I'm thinking that all the time I'm ever going to get, ever, literally ever, is finite. There will be a day where I will stop existing altogether. I'm not going to spend part of that going back and forth with people who don't want to be wrong or who can't admit that they're wrong, and will just make up shit and lie and perform and just do all this extra bullshit instead of admitting that, like, conceding a point. My name is, thank you for the follow. I call it exclusive reasoning, meaning they can only accept one perspective and one conclusion. Oh, good luck explaining literally any epistemology to somebody that believes in a book with talking animals. Keep your unbelief to yourself at this point. No, keep your belief to yourself. Scroll away from the stream. No, because God ain't real. W answer. I really gotta get out of here soon. Spell that word. What word? Which word? Are you talking to me? Maybe not. I should probably get off here. I feel like I'm just rambling at this point. Why do we still have people here? Remember how the Bible says the earth is flat? Yeah, like a pressed wax seal in one of the verses with a crystal firmament up, on it. Epistle Detroit? Wait, y'all, I'ma follow you? Hell yeah, appreciate it. Let me get it. Let me get that follow. Epistemology is non-existent too. I'm only want deductive reasoning or evidence with empirics. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. I'm painting. You're gonna have to find something else to be some painting background music in a minute, because I'm getting off here. Let me get some water though. I'm pretty thirsty, pretty parched, and I want to remind everybody else to drink water too. So, well, tell me why God would tell us this. I mean, God's not real, so I'll concede that He wouldn't tell you to do such a thing. Anyway, nice to meet you, my dude. I'll give you a follow. Yeah, appreciate you stopping by, man. From one unsomething skeptic to another. Nice to see you. Does Dr. Pepper count? Good enough. It's got water in it. All right. Cheers. Okay. Oh God. Ugh, man. Oh, almost choked on that. It's not the first time I almost choked on something. May science be with you. I'm out. Have a good one, man. Anyway, why is it different on other platforms? Long story, but I use 2 different softwares. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the TikTok and the backup TikTok. I have 2 TikToks. Unchained Skeptic and Unchained Skeptic 2. Follow both of them. What else? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Kick Trovo. Join my Discord. Add me on Snapchat. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. You have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. Take care. If you answered yes to this, fuck you.